Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today, Friday, September 5th, 2025. We are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. But if you would like to get on the list for today, the list is now open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps. Those are pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We are also doing 2 giveaways today. Our first giveaway is going to be a reading giveaway at 50K likes. So make sure you are tapping that screen. We will get to 50K in no time. The other reading giveaway we are doing right now is a reading giveaway, a free reading for the highest gifter between now and the conclusion of the daily collective read. So I wish you a lot of luck if you're participating in that giveaway as well. Prior to beginning today's daily collective read, I will be giving a brief recap on what we've been seeing in the cards over the last few days. If you would like to find those full readings, you can find one over on the place where we keep the photos. You can also find it, if you like to find those photos, you can find it over on the place on the keep the videos. You can also find it as a podcast over on my spot at Tarot Church and over on my stack. But before we begin, first and foremost, most important question today, how are we doing? Scale of 1 to 10. There are no wrong answers. There are no wrong answers in retrograde season. There are no wrong answers in retrograde season that is about to start going into an eclipse season. Strap in. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be fine. We're going to talk a little bit about it. You know, one of the things that we want to kind of work through right now, and this is why I've been saying over and over and over and over again that I'm going to point this out. We don't need to feel the need to energetically activate on every single energetic frequency that we necessarily go through, particularly and especially when we're going through this is an anomalous eclipse. That's the best way I like to describe it. When we're going through an eclipse like this one, I just want to tell you right now, let me be your coach through this. And when I say that if you are able to just navigate feeling that sense of going through something in an even keel, I am so proud of you. Okay. Let me help you plod through that, because this type of energy can feel very, very, very frustrating. It can feel like a lot of things piling up at once. When we go through a lot of retrograde energy, especially with Neptune and Saturn in retrograde, a lot of issues in relationality to timing. And also with the fact that we got to also be prepared for the fact that we've already got a ton of planets in retrograde. And I wish I could say that we were done with the retrograde energy, but we're not. There's another planet going into retrograde tomorrow. Effectively, Uranus is also going to be going to retrograde. So I want you to make sure that you're working through feeling energetically grounded. And I need to say even now, working through the space of feelings that may be coming up during this retrograde season, because listen, when we've got planets like Neptune and Saturn in retrograde in such close proximity, a lot of the work in terms of feeling like the past that is hard to let go of, like working through trauma, like this is literally the energy of working through trauma. It's like it's being able, and I want to kind of talk about this. Trauma, the reason I say that this is like potentially bringing up a lot of past trauma, as it were, is because trauma is effectively the definition of trauma, if we have to break it down, is the past that we can't necessarily move away from, right? It's those moments or experiences that we can often remember like they were yesterday, that sometimes create a lot of that energetic confusion or pain within the self. Now, one of the reasons I'm saying that there may be a lot of that feeling energetically coming up right now is because we've got Neptune and Saturn in retrograde, which can have a lot of the Neptune is often the articulation of the past, being our memory bank. Saturn is how we carry things forward. We've also got Chiron and Eris in retrograde together right now, which is the space by which, again, we feel Chiron is working through the wounds, right? The wounds that we carry forward. Eris is working through the feeling of chaoticness. So working through, like when we put these together, what do we have? It's working through the chaoticness of old wounds, feeling the energetic frustration, the irritation, if you will, of things that we wish that we could let go of, but yet they energetically persist within us. But that's why, and this is why I was saying before, that like Mercury being in retrograde during this energy was a little bit helpful, because with Mercury in retrograde, like was screaming across the void at all those planets that are retrograding out in Aries right now, which is the space of saying, because did we see Mercury was retrograding in Leo, which was basically saying, have you tried putting a little compassion on it? Okay. And what does compassion mean? Does compassion mean forgetting about things? No, that's not what compassion means. Compassion means the ability to effectively articulate upon something that has meaning to us, right? The ability to find words to articulate upon something within us that is hard to talk about or hard to navigate through or energetically confusing, right? And that's why I said even now that I'm not saying that there isn't some pathwork of restoration that is occurring in this retrograde, but I'll tell you right now, the pathwork of the healing that's occurring in this retrograde season has to do with the ability to recognize and understand those moments or experiences where we bring an over proportionality of emotion to something that was not energetically important, right? Not something that was really, like, in the grand scheme of things, that big of an energetic deal. That's where we see the pathwork of restoration coming through, because it's the acknowledgement. Because what happens, right? What happens when we bring too much emotion to something that isn't important? That's the ego. Like, that's the ego. That's our ego kind of getting energetically carried away on things. While we see and recognize that, I'm also telling you right now that this period of time is the culmination of a lot of those temperance relationships that we said that were happening right now, that were occurring and starting from about the time of the solstice period that we had over the summer up until the present moment. A lot of the lessons or the prioritization of the relationships that are coming together right now is coming through the lesson of understanding the mutual effort that allows anything to be energetically possible. In order for something to be energetically perpetual, the work must be mutual. And it requires a lot of that energetic space of being able not only to articulate upon the things that have energetic meaning to us, but also to activate through them. And this is why we either see that there's energy and separation that is either coming into a resolution within the self, particularly and especially if there was something that one was holding a lot of strong emotions on, because there was an energetic standard that you were working to protect or trying to articulate to another. The observation that emotions that we hold towards standards don't evaporate in the context of time. In fact, time often helps us heal them, because in a moment of confusion where we feel the anxiety or the frustration of having to carry the emotions, the time that we take to heal gives us clarity and intention in why something was so important, which is why we see that if there are situations where someone's trying to come back and looking at someone right now and being like, are you done being emotional? Someone might be like, no, I was never being emotional. I was being fundamental, which is the space of saying that clarity is the understanding of someone who holds different standards than the self. So I keep on seeing frustrated but fortified is the sound of us moving into this energetic eclipse cycle. This brings us to a lot of the energy that's coming deep, moving deeper into union right now. And for a lot of those relationships, having the release and relief of potentially working through this period of time, articulating with another, working to heal together. Some of these energies coming into partnership right now are experiencing memories of situations where someone told them that they were healing from something, but in fact, they were energetically waiting for it. The space by which we understand that we embody our manifestation goals when we move in accordance to them, which is why I told you, while there may be feeling like there's something problematic or frustrating that may be happening right now in the context of the retrograde, the past that effectively tends a tendency of coming back up to the surface when we're going through retrograde periods, the energy not moving, not letting it affect their own energetic direction, feeling energetically frustrated through it. This is a lot of the energy that's building deep into partnership, and they're sharing the mutual frustration, because it's the observation of working through something, but also feeling, and I wouldn't even be surprised if there's a lot of sharing that they're having with one another about the doubts and the fears that they may have experienced in relationality to talking about a past that one claimed that one was healing from, but also seeing the relief of the work that is being energetically embodied as it relates to the direction that they are moving towards. This brings us to a lot of the energy right now that's moving deeper into divine union. We saw that those were a lot of the magician partnerships. When I said the frustration that fortifies right now, a lot of those relationships were advancing timelines last month. We saw things moving at a much faster clip. And so there's a lot of conversation that we're seeing that's happening in those relationships, in understanding and working to clear the air outside of partnership, working through chirality lessons, which is the observation that sometimes we move in ways that are fortifying to us, but that also can look similar to something that wasn't necessarily healthy for us. So this is why, if these were experiences where there's energy having healthy static outside of partnership, clearing the air by being able to articulate upon the fact that they're moving with rapidity, not out of a sense of desperation, not in a sense to energetically change something, but because a change has already occurred. It's a moment of celebration. We see that, again, the energy may be feeling frustrated, but fortified, and also recognizing how far they've come in relationality, talking about a past that they used to effectively center, that now they're not, I keep on hearing, now it almost bothers them to energetically compare to what it is that they found presently. This brings us to a lot of the energy that's deep within divine union. And this is just to qualitatively show you that there is not a space on the frequencies that is better or worse, because this type of energy might be feeling more frustrating than fortifying for energy that's deep within divine union, because you have to understand that the frustration that fortifies direction is helpful if you're in separation. It's helpful if you're coming into divine union, but if you're in divine union, and remember, a lot of these relationships, the last energy we saw that was moving into partnership were those chariot relationships. There was never a question about the stability. Like these, like they were predicated. Those relationships were predicated upon the clarity of intention that fortified direction. So it's like this energy made me feeling like it's laying it on a little thick for the energy that was this deep within divine union, because I keep on describing it's working through a lot of little minor inconveniences. It's like just a little, it's like a bunch of little things, just like what's wrong? Nothing, just a bunch of little things just piling up, if you will. So I feel like there's a lot of that energy that is just energetically working to clear that. And again, one of the things that we have to be wary about in this type of energy, and it has to do with the profundity of Virgo energy. I feel really different. This energy is not ideal for those with Virgo placements, even though this is your season. So if you're a Virgo right now and you're feeling this like weariness on this, I've got your back. I understand. This is less than ideal energy for those with Virgo placements, but it's the understanding and recognition of making sure that you are not over internalizing in this current energy, because the desire to want to over internalize in this energy is very, very strong. We've got Mercury, Mercury in Virgo during Virgo season can feel extremely exacting. It can feel extremely precise. It can feel it can almost create, and I told you the misrepresentation of something that feels directed at self that happens to be energetically coincidental is the best way I can describe this type of energy, which is why I keep on telling everyone, now is not the time to assume things. Now is not the time to get energetically petty about things. Now is a good time to just effectively work through something. And again, if you're having an uncertain moment in relationality to whether something that you're doing is something that is where the work needs to revolve, if it needs to be internal or external, a good indication is, again, taking a lesson from some of that Mercury retrograde energy that we saw in Leo, which is allowing compassion to guide one's actions, the passion that we can communicate upon that allows us to be able to build into something more effectively, because this is effectively what we see that's happening right now for a lot of the energy deep within divine union. The ability to feel like you want to over internalize taking a lesson from that full moon in Aquarius that we had, which says when we want to over internalize, right? When we want to go inwards, we take a step back, right? We allow ourselves the perspective that then fortifies our energetic direction. So make sure that you're doing that, because we see that that's the energy, that's what the energy of the counterparts are giving each other at this moment. But this is also something that we should give one another as we navigate through this very intense retrograde eclipse cycle. That is where we find all of the energy prior to beginning today's daily collective read. But let me know in the comments how this energy is impacting you personally. If you would like to find this full reading, you can find it over on the place where we keep the videos. You can also find it over on the place where we keep the photos. You can also find it as a podcast over on my spot at Tarot Church and over on my stack. That said, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. But if you would like to get on the list for today, the list, as always, is open. As always, it is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private reading, and you can book private readings on my site. We are also doing 2 giveaways today. Our first reading giveaway will be a reading giveaway when we get to 50K likes, my friends. We are already at 3.3K likes, so thank you for tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. The other giveaway we are having right now is going to be a giveaway for the highest gifter between now and the conclusion of the daily collective read. So I wish you a lot of luck if you're participating in that as well. If you'd like to get on the list today, you'll be the second person read for. I will also point out the list is going to be a bit short today. So if you would like to get on the list, please do so sooner rather than later. How are you doing today, V? So good to see you. Welcome, Orlando. Cardinal, your subscription. Thanks so much for those gifts. Grand Rising Revolt. Hello, Bridget. How are you doing today? Welcome, V. Orlando, I caught you early today. Usually I miss the lives because of work. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you're able to share some time with us today, Orlando. Grand Rising Fig, good to see you. How are you doing today? And Minnie, thank you for those gifts. Hi there, V. Oh, honey, I hope you feel better soon, Fig. Sending you so much support on your healing journey. And Coral, thank you so much for the follow. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Friday as well, Minnie. Thank you for that. And anytime, we're happy that you're here too, Bridget. I'm drinking nettle honey chamomile tea. Ooh, that sounds nice. And I already took the oregano oil. Well done. Self-care, absolutely. Yes, I need to get back to that. I've actually worn some makeup recently. You're back on track. Absolutely, dear. And again, make sure that you're prioritizing rest right now if you're not feeling well in this energy. Pisces, thank you as well for being here. And thank you for sharing the live, V, sending you support as well, dear. Hi there, Ava. Thank you for those. Thank you as well. Grand Rising, Elisa. And thank you, Cindy, for the follow. As I mentioned, friends, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. As I mentioned, if you'd like to be on the list, you'll be the second person read for. Also, if you are on my hold list and would like to be added to the list, please let me know sooner rather than later, because the list is going to be very short today. So if you want to secure that spot and you really want to have a reading today, make sure that you do so sooner rather than later. A couple of updates before we move into personal readings today. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who attended our recent class on the Tower card. Our next class will be held on, and I need to stress this, it's not going to be held on Wednesday as it typically is. It's going to be held on Thursday. So it's not going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be on Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the star card. If you would like to become a part of that tarot class program, all you need to do is head on over to my stack and become a paid subscriber. Your paid subscription to my stack is your ticket of entry into our live classes each and every month. You will also, as a paid subscriber, have access, a monthly subscriber, have access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library class archive. Now, it's not necessary to catch up. I'll be doing my best to give you an update on everything we've studied thus far. But if you wanted to catch up, now is a lovely time to join because you've got a couple weeks if you wanted to bone up on a couple of those classes before we continue to before we go into our studies. And you'll also have access to a one-on-one mentorship class with me and the other students to ask any questions that you may have in relation to anything we've learned or studied thus far. And if you become a founding member to my stack, not only will you receive a discount on the whole year's worth of classes, you will also have full access to the entirety of the Tarot Church Library Class Archive, which is access to over 17 hours worth of material in an ever expanding library. You'll also have access to a complimentary one-on-one mentorship class with me, where I will meet with you personally to assess where you are on your own personal tarot journey and give you the best insights in terms of how to utilize those classes to the best of your benefit moving towards your tarot goals going forward. One of the things I tried to do in these classes was make them accessible to the absolute novice tarot reader as well as the seasoned reader. There's definitely something there for everyone. Don't let your lack of experience or your robust experience prevent you from joining us in these classes. And even if you don't become a paid subscriber to my stack, I would encourage you to follow me there to stay up to date on any new offerings or services. I also post my weekly newsletter there, which will let you know about my in-person events as well as my online live schedule. You will also be notified as to my mystic meditation articles. I will be releasing one this weekend to help us work through this full moon that we have coming up effectively. I also want to let you guys know that there is a special class that I'm also going to be teaching next week on Tuesday. For Buy Plus Book Gang, I am going to be teaching a mystical poetics class called Queering the Infinite. That class is actually open to the public. If you are interested in joining that class, we're going to be talking about mysticism. We're going to be talking about mystic poetry. I'm going to be working you guys through to writing some of your own. All you need to do is head on over to my stack. There is a link there in my most recent newsletter section where you can be able to sign up for that class on Tuesday. I also want to let you guys know that on top of my standard life path readings, I also offer mentorship classes. These are for any of my students that are seeking a more personalized educational experience with me. I take a very limited number of students for this reason, as those classes are focused on each individual's personal spiritual goals and journey work. Those classes can be purchased on an individual level or as a monthly class series, weekly or bi-weekly, as your schedule permits. Also, for my clients that are seeking more consistent weekly tarot support, I'm very happy to offer weekly tarot insight packages. That is a package of 4 30-minute readings, again, weekly or bi-weekly, as your schedule permits, so that you can stay more consistent on your personal journey. I'm also very happy to now offer dream interpretation readings. You can purchase these per dream or as a series. If you purchase the series, I would encourage you to start to keep a dream journal, as we will meet weekly or bi-weekly with that journal to utilize the tarot to understand the key themes and messages coming towards you in the dream space. That said, I am going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. But if you would like to get on the list for today, the list is open. You will be the third person read for. 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Hi there, Isabella. How are you doing today? Bridget, I got you on the list, dear. You are right number 1 on the list. Thank you for getting on early. Whenever you guys get on the list early, you always get an additional card in your reading. Happy Friday, Pisces, Jenna. Hope you're having a beautiful start to your day. Grand Rising, Nikki. Good to see you. Look at you, so prompt. Absolutely. I tried so hard to stay awake. Excellent. Grand Rising bookcase. So good to see you. How are you? It's been a minute. How are we doing during eclipse season? We're about to find out. I mean, I think for the most part, I feel like collectively I feel like the collectively energetically, like the collective is going through it okay. It's working through energy that might not necessarily understand the issue with this is like working through those that are over internalizing in this energy right now, is what I keep on seeing, right? like making sure that you're not like, I keep on like, and we're gonna go through this, right? Like this is what happens with the eclipse cycles. I'm gonna say the same things I always say during eclipse cycles, which is, I know that there's some people that will say like, don't start anything, don't stop anything during eclipse cycles. I'm not really, it's not about like, it's not like working in that context. If you've had your mind set on something, then it's okay to do. What we want to avoid is anything like anything that feels more from the space of energetic frustration that feels like it lacks direction sense. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. We're going to get into it and as we get started on this person on these on the collective. No, absolutely. You should always, you need to prioritize rest, Bridget. And Patty, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. These dogs are wearing me out. Patrick, thank you so much for the follow. And Isabella, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much, Bridget. That sounds like a fun class. I hope it is. I'm really excited about it. I've been putting a lot of work into it. So I do my best to be productive. I don't feel productive. I go through this all the time with my partner. I'm like, I'm not getting enough stuff done. I've been doing sleep meditations lately and the dreams have been wild. Oh, I had a wild dream last night. Just a reminder, we do dream interpretations here. If you would like to get on the list for a dream interpretation, make sure, or if you have information about the dream, put the information in the notes when you send the donation. Or if you are a subscriber, to head over to our subscriber only disco channel, and you can put channel, and you can put the information in the allocated channels on the disco. Whoop, whoop, exactly. All right. Me, sun sign, I'm a Leo, but like a very cuspy Leo, very cuspy. All right, friends, as I mentioned, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read. The list today is going to be very short. If you want to get on the list and you want to make sure that you have a reading today, please do so sooner rather than later, because I'm going to probably be cutting the list at about 5. We've already got 2, so that would effectively mean I've got about 3 spots open today before I will close the list. Callie, last night's dream was emotionally intense. Glad it wasn't just me. No, the thing I've been noticing a lot right now, Cal, and call me, is there's a lot of karmic dreams that are occurring right now. With all of this retrograde energy, I've been getting karmic dream after karmic dream after karmic dream from my clients. Like they're emotional, and there's a lot of unpacking that's happening within them. So, and I told you, like, it has a lot to do with like a lot of the work that we see that's happening during this retrograde cycle. Oh, thank you, Pisces. Oh, excellent. Pisces and Leo, like there is something there that's important. Like they you know what I like to say with Pisces and Leo? When things are good, they're very, very good. When they're bad, they're awful. That's the way it is. That's the way it is with Pisces or Leo, man. When Pisces and Leo, like when things are good, they're very, very good. When they're bad, they're awful. No, you can. We balance each other out. But the thing about it is it has to do with it. It's really hard to describe. And here's the thing about it. I make an argument, and I know you're gonna like. I'm always touchy about like bringing this up with Pisces. I have an argument that Pisces have more pride than Leos do. I said what I said. I said what I said. What I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. I know. Unpack it with me. I know. You don't want to hear it. I know. Even like, I feel like even when I say it, I'm like, oh no. But I feel like there's something, I want you to think about it, because you have to understand that like often those with Pisces placements have like, there's something very important in relationality to honoring the feelings, right? And the thing is, there's something very big there sometimes in relationality to like working through a lot of feelings. So like when there's a pride wound between like a Leo and a Pisces, God, like just help or like you know what I mean? Like it's like, and it's funny too, because I'll tell you, the argument will be like, you're doing pride wrong. Like it'll be like, that's the type of stuff that will happen between Leo and Pisces. Will be like, you're doing pride wrong, which is like, you're not That's the type of stuff that happens. It's very complicated. But yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like I said, when things are good, they're very, very good. Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. Me and my mom look exactly alike, but sometimes are opposite. Yeah, because again, and I keep on, and when you're healed, like a healed Pisces and Leo are like a dynamic duo. It is like, that is like Grecian. Like, you know what I mean? Like a Pisces and a Leo together is like, it's like when things are good, it's like it is like mythic. It's what I keep on getting. It is like, I will follow you to the ends of the earth. But when they're not good, it can be mythic in the other way. What about Taurus and Leo? I mean, yeah, it's very similar with Taurus and Leo. It can be very, I mean, Taurus and Leo, when Taurus and Leo are fighting, it's like Clash of the Titans, is what it is. When Taurus and Leo are fighting, it is like, it's less, I mean, here's the thing. When Leo and Pisces are fighting, it's hard because a Leo and Pisces fighting, Pisces will be carrying something in a tragic way, and Leo will look at it in as something that is energetically not necessary. Like that's why sometimes those argumentation points can be hard between a Leo and a Pisces, because often if a Pisces is feeling an energetic wound, they're working into the space of tragedy, and Leo does not Leo feels cringe sometimes in relationality to tragic things. So Leo will often be like snap out of it to a Pisces, and a Pisces will be like, you're not honoring my energy, like my emotionality. So that's what I mean in relationality to, it's very hard to energetically fix. Taurus and Leo fighting is like Clash of the Titans. Taurus and Leo fighting is like, is the thing is, because here's the thing that Tauruses don't recognize. They've got a cold shoulder like a Leo. Like a Leo, like a Taurus will try to cold shoulder a Leo, and a Leo will be like, like a Taurus, a Leo. You try to cold you try to cold shoulder a Leo. It's like Leos are like, I was there when it was formed. How dare you? Leos and Libras can't fight. I mean, the thing is, Leo and Libras can't stay mad at each other. It's impossible. Like, that's the thing about it. Because here's the thing about it. Leo and Libra, they'll be constantly bickering with each other constantly, but they can't stay mad at each other. Because here's the thing about it. Leo and Libras, like, have to understand, Leos and Libras will often heal things by lightening up. Right. And that's why sometimes, like, that's what can sometimes be the energetic hurdle. Like, I'll tell you right now, sometimes there are those who get upset at Leo because they're not taking things seriously, but they have to understand that Leos try to lighten things up in order to heal them, much like Libras do. And so even in the space by which like Leos and Libras both try to heal in the same way. So it's like the energy, it's like they try to be mad, they try to stay mad at each other. Like, watch a Leo and Libra try to stay mad at each other. It is like a joke, because they're both like they can't help, like they can't help moving it into a space of silliness. It's like even in the space of being like, because like I'll tell you right now, like a Leo and Libra fighting, they'll start like copying each other, they'll start laughing at each other. Like it's one of those moments where it's like it's impossible for them to stay mad at each other, because they both have that tendency of, when triggered, to try to lighten things up. Sagittarius do that too, but Sagittarius is harder because Sagittarius run away from things. Hold on a minute. Two mythical beings frolicking together. I like that. Hold on a minute. Let me just remember. Maybe some. Yep. What about my mom? Yeah, 3 Pisces. Wow, that's a lot of Piscean energy. But here's the thing. If they've got that many Pisces placements, they probably had to work a lot. Like they're probably like a powerhouse as it relates to like emotional regulation, or being able to like feel the feelings to a certain extent. Like that's heavy empath energy. It's more a shadow feature. Leo, yeah, exactly. Leo is all out in the daylight. Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. Yep, they look exactly 2 mythical beings frolicking together. My mom is 85 years old and super Leo. I'm grateful to have her on my side. Again, I mean, like, again, I've got a biased opinion, but you know, I mean, like, here's the thing about it. Like a Leo mom is always a champion, right? Like that's the thing about it. Like Leo moms will always kind of be in the, and it's interesting too. Linda Goodman has a really interesting take in relationality to Leos and it's a little bit complicated because what's interesting about it is they actually articulate that, like, the thing with the Leos in relationality to parenting is they're very energetically protective. So it's often the space of being able to articulate upon that protectiveness. Yeah, hold on a minute. Two of my mom's a Libra, and my mom's a Libra, and we constantly bicker. Yeah, but then we'll get over it. Yeah, you can't, like, it's impossible. A Libra and Leo, like, you can't stay mad at each other because you're constantly both trying to lighten the mood. You know, I like your comment about pride. I think all the zodiac needs pride though, just to have a good limit. No, exactly. No, we talk a lot about this here. Like we talk a lot about having a healthy, energetic ego is being able to understand and recognize like what we feel our pride towards, right? Pride is not necessarily a negative thing. It's having an overabundance of it, right? Or having an abundance upon something that doesn't allow one to see something properly, you know? Hi there, Ryan. How are you doing today, dear? Pisces moon, Leo rising. Live with my 90-year-old Leo grandma. That's what I mean, man. You know, like they're like it's yeah, fiercely the like Leo mom, like don't get a Leo mom mad. You'll see that sunny composure turn real quick. I like to think of a lion's paw. Like it looks so cute, it looks so cute. It looks so fuzzy. You sometimes forget. You sometimes forget that there's some claws. I love my people with Leo placements, and I love my Leo placements. Leos are super. I think we are misunderstood. We can also stink if we're not doing our shadow work. There's nothing worse. Like I'm the first one to admit, there's nothing worse than a Leo that isn't doing their shadow work. Like, you know. I'm a Virgo sun, Aries moon, and Libra rising, and I love Leos. I attract Leos a lot as a partner. Oh yeah, you will. Well, I mean, again, Virgo, Aries, Libra, like that is like that's like catnip to Leos, like that combination. Because you're not going to take things personally. Like you're in the very much in the kind of the same space that you're going to find them in. You've got a very sunny chart. Yeah, she's certainly a matriarch. All right, my friends, as I mentioned, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. If you guys, just a reminder, the list is going to be very, very tight today. So if you would like to get on the list, I've got 3 people on the list right now. I'll probably only take another 2 before I close the list for today. If you are on the hold list and would like a reading today, please let me know now so I can secure your spot on the list. And also, we are doing 2 giveaways today. Our first reading giveaway is going to be a free reading for the highest gifter. Our other giveaway is going to be a reading giveaway when we get to 50K likes. We are already at 11K, so make sure you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. BB, thank you so much, dear, and thank you for getting on the list. I'll probably be taking one more spot today before the list will be closed today. All right. And where were we? Do it yourself, Leo. I like that. What's worse than a Leo with shadow work? Sag who isn't doing their shadow work. Yeah, a Scorpio that isn't like that. That's the thing about it. Like the certain signs when they're not doing their shadow work. It's like it's the thing is a Leo not doing their shadow work it can be really sad, because what you end up getting a cold Leo. And a cold Leo is often like, what's hard about that is like a cold Leo has like effectively hardened their heart, which is like it's like the saddest thing, because it's the Leo that is it's like the context of the Leo that is moving in that space. It's never a choice. Like it's never a choice of the Leos. It's a Leo that's been energetically pushed too far. Like that's what's so painful about seeing a Leo that's in that modality. It's not about, it's it's like the Leo that has just, like it's very painful. Sages who have not done their shadow work. Yeah, I mean, like the thing with the Sages who have not done shadow work can be painful to watch because a lot of it can be self-directed, right? Like it can be a lot, like the thing with like it, like I want to describe, like it's like a Sag who hasn't done their shadow work is like watching someone crashing out, right? It's like potentially seeing someone that's like making the choice that's absolutely the worst choice for them, right? And it can often be predicated upon that. So that can be very painful to see, as well. But yeah, I mean, like this is what we talk about, and we talk about it even in the tarot classes, because it's a conversation about, again, like working through the lessons that each of the signs are experiencing in order to better understand the context of the self in the process. You know, um, dude, this is so true. Thank you for confirmation. Wow. Yeah, I've met a cold Leo before. They were not expressive at all. Yeah, it's like, and I like to point this out. A cold Leo is a traumatized Leo. You know what I mean? Like it's the Leo that is like like it's just it's been too much. You know, I definitely went there at times in my life. Yeah. Buenos dias, Esteban. Good to see you, dear. What's up? It hurts so. I know it hurts so. It can be really, really painful to watch a Sag that like in that space, because you can't stop them. Like you can't intervene in someone else's choices in that way. Yes, I've seen Sages tend to self-sabotage. No, that like they don't even like, and sometimes they don't even recognize they're doing it, right? Because it's like the escaping, right? It's like working into the context of escape instead of like finding the confidence of moving through things effectively. Never going back again. Absolutely. Tap to claim. Healed Leos. Tap to claim, Nikki. Grand Rising, Heather. My brother's a Sag. I adore Sag energy, and like I keep on hearing us, there's nothing better than a healed Sag, because a healed Sag, it's like they bring the party with them, but also they know I like to say they bring the party with them, but also they have that sense of energetic presence where like you feel energetically safe in the context of the self, right? It's like it's a lot of it's like a lot of the Sages that work through that have done the work in terms of like recognizing like the power. I keep on hearing like recognizing the power of one's own limits and understanding that that's an energetic gift that we give to ourselves and to those around us. You know, that makes sense. Is there a best way to help a Sag to try to work through shadow work? The thing it's interesting too. I often see the same shadow work that I often feel that needs to happen between Cancer, Sages, and Aries, which is when we run away from things, we miss the opportunity for another person to heal something, right? Like this the space by which we want to like move away from something that's uncomfortable. When we move away, when we move away from an uncomfortable conversation, we miss a healing, right? Like they literally, like it's a lot of the energy. You often see this, like Aries, Sages, and Cancers have a bit of this I'm out of here quality. They're like forget this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with this. Like they like to go, and being like, if you'd stuck around for 5 minutes, if you just given it a minute, if you'd given it a breath, there was going to be like the difference between the pause that someone needs to compose themselves, right? Is working through the awkwardness of an energetic experience that allows us to be energetically present within it. So that is something that we often see is being navigated with those sign works. So I always say, like, we have to be like a little bit energetically conscientious upon that type of work, because it's not easy, but it's really, I keep on hearing, it's very foundational in relationality to like working through energetic processes. That makes sense. Yeah. So, and that's the thing, like, that's the thing you have to kind of say, like, is not allowing, like, like not allowing the, like, it's working through that desire to either like close up or move away, as it were. All right, as I mentioned, friends, we are going to get started on today's Daily Collective. If you would like to get on the list for today, the list is open. Actually, I'm going to say right now, the list is closed. I want to make sure that I'm able to do all the readings that we're going to be doing today. If you get on the list right now, I will try to read you today. If not, you will be potentially read for when we're back on Monday. Thank you as well, Jenna. That said, if you, we are also be doing 2 giveaways today. We are at 13K. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. The other giveaway we're doing right now is going to be a reading giveaway for the highest gifter between now and the conclusion of the Daily Collective read. That said, we're going to get started on the Daily Collective read, but before we begin, why don't we warm up those intuition muscles with an intuition check? All right. I've got the Animal Spirit Guide card here. Yep, I've got you on the list, Bookcase. I'm going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 'Twas the frog. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do that again after the next reading. And if you guys could do me a favor and share this live, I would appreciate it. Make sure anyone who would like to catch this reading live is here to receive it. Just bear with me a moment as I get everything set up, which I should have done before. Where is my mic? I can't find my mic right now. It's very frustrating. It'll turn up somewhere. I have no idea where it went. All right. One moment, please. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Yes, Stella, I can absolutely read the list. Good to see you today, dear. All right. Hi there. Yes. Dang. Where's Per when you need her? Absolutely. And thank you, Rita, for the follow. Good to see you, Team Osana. Did anyone get the frog? No? Okay. All right, I'm going to read the list right now for those who are on the list. If you sent a donation in and I have not said your name, please give me your name and also give me the initial where you sent the donation. The list we have today is Bridget, Ava, Stella, BB, and Addison. All right. All right. And as I mentioned, guys, we are at 14.4K likes. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. That said, no better time than the present. Why don't we get started? Grand Rising, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm the Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your Daily Collective read for today, Friday, September 5th, 2025. What do we have in the cards for today? Can I please have the first 2 cards in our 5-card spread? First 2 cards we are starting our day off with today are the 10 of Pentacles in its upright in combination with our Tower card in its reversal. We like to see those 2 cards in combination. Boy, do we love to see those 2 cards in combination. There's something very energetically important that we're observing. And I want to kind of describe this. You know, the one thing that we want to energetically avoid right now in relationality to this retrograde is working in the context of like holding one's breath, as it were. This is the time to be processing through things. It's the ability to kind of building into the space of being, I keep on seeing like finding and identifying one's own like space of productivity. The reason is, and I got to tell you right now, and that's what I remember when I said before we started the podcast, that we don't need to necessarily feel the need to activate on every single energy that we're experiencing. If you're going through this energy and you are prioritizing right now, just feeling energetically stable throughout it, then I want to give you a round of applause. Because with energy like this, sometimes just working through the space of just being able to be energetically stable throughout it, in itself is an energetic accomplishment point. It's like the reason that this energy can feel destabilizing is because, and I'm just going to go through this again. We've got we're about to enter a very, very anomalous eclipse cycle. And the reason that it's energetically anomalous is the fact that eclipses don't carry a certain energetic quality. The reason that we articulate them as unpredictable is because they effectively just amplify what we're energetically experiencing. So that's why we're effectively seeing that for a lot of the energy right now, working through things, like feeling a lot of that. You might even be, I would not be surprised if you have a little bit of that feeling of energetic anticipation right now, and you're potentially having a hard time being able to place it, because it's a lot of that. I keep on hearing it's a lot of that buildup that we often have when we're predicating upon eclipse cycles. Now, the reason I keep on saying that just working on stability right now, we're finding that sense of groundedness is important, is because every single planet in Aries right now is currently retrograding. And there's going to be another one that's going into retrograde right before we've got that eclipse cycle coming in. And so that ability as well is working, feeling. It's like, I want to say, working through productivity is often the space of just getting little things done. It's working through, like I keep on hearing, like working through all of those things, hitting those energetic notes. Now, for masculine and feminine energy in separation, one of the things that I'm identifying, and I keep on seeing this, is for energy in separation, this retrograde can feel like it's where like I like to point out, it feels like the retrograde itself is wearing thin, because the space by which we identify that typically retrograde cycles, we go through one planet in retrograde or another, things get a little rougher, rocky. But we have a lot of other planets that are surrounding the retrograde that kind of bolster us through it. The difficulty about this right now is we've got two very important planets that are in retrograde, and they both have a lot to do with the context or the concept of time. Neptune is effectively the energetic memory bank, right? It's where we store the emotions. Saturn is often our context of time moving forward. If you would tell me right now that you feel like there is something happening that feels like there's like some kind of stagnation as it relates to the time that something is taking, or even feeling like you're having a lot of that, like a lot of timing issues right now around things, I would not be energetically surprised, given the fact that we see that these planets are in retrograde right now. But that's why, and again, building into the context of understanding that the cycle of the moon often kind of gives us a little bit of an advisory point in relationality to how to go through something. What did that full moon in Aquarius effectively teach us, right? When we're feeling frustrated, when we want to over internalize, we step back, right? We build into the, and that often, I keep wondering, stepping back is often the energy of compassion, because it allows, I keep wondering, it allows the arrival point of energetic comprehension, right? It allows for that space or that energetic possibility of expansion. So for the energy in separation right now, I've got three different modalities that I see that are occurring in relationality to the work that's happening in separation. I do see restoration that's happening in this energy right now. The quality by which I see that restoration is happening is in the context of the observation of moments or circumstances where we bring an overabundance of emotion to something that was really energetically trivial, right? The observation of something that we brought a lot of feelings to that was not necessarily that important in the energetic grand scheme of things. There is potentially restoration there, because often what do we identify and recognize is occurring in modalities wherein we observed that we had a lot of emotions on something that wasn't that important. That is egoic healing, right? That is healing our egoic self. It's the observation of something that we can do better. So there is some restoration that's occurring in that modality. However, what time cannot heal, and time sometimes helps us with those journeys, because it allows us the context or the concept of perspective. What time cannot heal are modalities where we feel a lot of emotionality on something that was really, 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 really important. Okay. Because when something's energetically important, it is the definition of a standard. And what's problematic with standards, and you can usually tell when you're holding a standard and you're feeling emotional about it, is you'd rather not have to bring emotions to a place where there should be standards. Is what I keep on hearing. You'd really rather not have to bring emotions to a place where there should be standards. But when someone does not have the same standards as you, often you need to become energetically emotional in order to defend them. So that's why we see that for a lot of the energy in those experiences right now, working through that rigidity, working through that energetic frustration, building into the context or the concept of articulating upon something and feeling the energetic value placed upon it. These are modalities where I told you, if somebody had moved away from a situation or relationship because they thought that someone was being emotional, and they try to allow time to like ease the emotionality, and someone returns and says, "Are you done being emotional?" That's often clarifying for energy in relationality to understanding and recognizing what was the energetic problem in the first place. Because when someone does not hold the standards that we do, they'll see us being energetically emotional about something that's being important. And instead of understanding that we're being fundamental, they'll see it as emotional, right? They won't identify it as something that is energetically important, which is why I see that there may be some healing that's happening right now in this retrograde. It's painful. Healing from trauma is always painful, but it's the arrival of understanding, the clarity of a circumstance that is allowing for a little bit of energetic release of trauma. And I keep on seeing frustrated but fortified. This brings us into the energy that is coming into union right now. These are those temperance relationships that we spoke about. This is the culmination of those relationships. I keep on seeing that there's a transition point that's happening right now in partnership. And so for a lot of those relationships, it's the observation and recognition of mutual effort that allows anything to be energetically possible. And for a lot of those relationships, I keep on seeing it is the easement, the relief and release that they are energetically feeling that is fortifying the energetic partnership. Because I keep on seeing it's one thing to articulate upon what one's healing from, it's another to move in accordance to it. And this is why for a lot of these relationships, I would not, and that's what, remember I said these temperance relationships have really strong foundations. They've been coming together from about the time of the solstice period up until now. Because not only are these relationships coming together at a less like at a moment when all these planets have been retrograding, but at the same time, they also have been contending with a lot of energy from the past arriving back towards them, either energetically, spiritually, or tangibly, right at the start of an energetic relationship. But here's the important part. Is that past confounding direction? No, because remember what I said, these temperance relationships have profoundly good direction sense. They understand that a wish is just a wish unless they're moving in energetic accordance to it. So for a lot of these relationships, this is the building of trust that is moving them deep, even deeper, further into partnership. This brings us to the energy that's moving into deeper into divine union. For a lot of those magician relationships right now, these were the relationships that were coming together from about the time of the solstice period up until the time that Mercury and Venus was stationing direct behind Neptune. Center card for today's spread. The World card in its upright. Okay, this is good. These are nice cards today. This is nice. We should keep this. I'm gonna glue these to the table. Okay, can we just glue these to the table? We'll just keep these cards here. One of the things that we're seeing right now has to do. I keep on seeing it's working through. Remember when I said everything with like a lot of it's fun every time I start reading on these magician partnerships, my hand starts going like this, which is moving back and forth, because for a lot of the energy right now moving deep within, like moving into divine union, I need to stress they're not even they're not even the frustration isn't within partnership, it's outside of partnership. This is like that it is working through, it is clearing the air as it relates to healthy static outside of partnership, particularly and especially because you'll remember I keep on seeing these magician relationships, they're moving at a very fast clip. There is no, there's no, I keep on seeing there's no like, and it's different. The chariot partnerships were moving much slower. Okay. The relationships that were starting, I need to point this out. The relationships that were starting at the beginning of the year, much more slow. Magician relationships, very, very fast. Okay. Very, very fast. No point in waiting is what I keep on seeing. But having to work through some chirality lessons, having to effectively clarify to someone the ability in the past to move towards something out of a state of desperation, moving something quickly because one feared that it was breaking, versus the ability to move something quickly for the sake of the fact that it feels like an energetic celebration. Everything we keep on seeing right now is, I keep on hearing, these are relationships that are going through chirality lessons and healing them via calibration, which is the articulation and communication towards energy outside of partnership, in the difference between something that looked unhealthy, something that was unhealthy from the past, versus something that feels like it is energetically stable, because they're working through the lesson that we don't move things quickly to fix things. We move things quickly when we feel the sense that they're energetically ready. Like, it's a space by which I see the energy being like, it just doesn't seem like there's any cause or reason to wait. That brings us to a lot of the energy moving deep, like moving deep within divine union right now. Fourth and fifth cards in our 5-card spread today. We have here our Knight of Wands in its upright, in combination with our Page of Wands in its reversal. So one of the things that we observe that is happening right now for the energy that is moving, for the energy that is deep within divine union. And this is just to show you again that it's not that there's no quality or characteristic by which one of the frequencies is better than the other. This energy right now is most frustrating for energy that is deep within divine union. Because remember when we said that what we see right now for the energy and separation and moving deeper into divine union, the frustration that fortifies direction is frustrating, but it's helpful. Okay. It's frustrating, but it's helpful. But when you're deep within divine union, the frustration that fortifies direction, and I just mentioned a lot of this, the most recent energy entering divine union were chariot partnerships. They didn't need clarification on direction. It's potentially working through a lot of minor frustrations. Is what I keep on seeing. It's working through a lot of minor frustrations. It's inconvenient energy. That's what it feels like for a lot of the energy deep within divine union, with all of the energy in Aries in retrograde. It's a lot of that, like, what's gotten into everybody kind of energy. It's working through the frustrations of nothing moving energetically smoothly. And what's hard about that is also with the abundance, with the profundity of Virgo energy we're having during Virgo season, we've got a lot of, it's like, I keep on hearing, it's like attack of the minor inconveniences. It's like a lot of minor inconveniences on top of a lot of Virgo energy, which creates a space of wanting to over internalize. It can create a lot of that. It can create a lot of that space that sometimes triggers deep insecurity. But this is why, again, what are the counterparts doing to help each other through that? Taking a little of the lessons that we had with that full moon in Aquarius. When we feel insecurity, right? And we start to over perseverate on something, we build a sense of proportionality that allows us to be able to move through something energetically effectively. So continuing to get clarification is, and again, it's a continuation of the lessons that we also saw with Mercury in retrograde, which is like, have you tried putting a little compassion on that? Continuing to get clarification between our 10 of Pentacles in combination with our Tower card in its reversal. We've got here the 5, man, this 5 of Swords has not, it's like, it's got, the retrograde's got hands. The retrograde's got hands. And the reason I keep on saying the thing about this retrograde, the reason I'm joking about it and saying that the retrograde's got hands is it's exhaustive. It's an exhaustive retrograde right now. This five of Swords keeps popping up in our reading. It's either the 5 of Swords right now or the 7 of Swords, which are very similar cards. And the thing about it, and I need to kind of describe this because I've had a lot of people asking me this. Everyone keeps on saying to me, when is the retrograde going to be over? Slowly. I know that's not the answer you want to hear. This is a cornucopia of retrogrades, if you will. Okay. It is a plethora of retrogrades. And so you have to understand the retrogrades did not, I know that it feels like they did, but it's not like all the planets came together and was like, okay, let's all go into retrograde now, right? They all went into retrograde at different times. They're all going to come out at retrograde at different times. So it was like, again, it's like a lot of that, it's a lot of that buildup of the retrograde that then it's going to also ebb back out at the same proximity. But then just to add a little cherry on top of the retrograde sandwich that we're currently digesting, Uranus is also going in retrograde. Uranus is also going on retrograde right before the full moon. Yippee! Great. I love that for us. It's going to be fine. It's going to be annoying. It's fine. It's okay. But here's the thing. I want you to recognize and identify. And I think that, and I keep on saying the same thing. And I want to describe the thing that we want to, the thing we want to make sure that we're continuing to do as we navigate through this retrograde is working through the space of making sure that we are leading forth with compassion. And I want to clarify upon this, okay? Compassion does not mean, understand what compassion means. Compassion does not mean that you have to be nice about things. Where on earth did you get the idea that compassion means that you have to be nice about things? Compassion means communicating upon passion, the ability to articulate upon something that we have feelings upon fortifies the direction of where the work needs to go. Because often, I'm going to keep on saying this. I want you to think about this as this retrograde occurs. When something is energetically bothering us, all right, and we're able to communicate upon it, we're able to articulate our energetic frustration. That is the compassion that fortifies, because it shows us where the work needs to go. And if something's bothering you and you're able to be compassionate about it, that doesn't mean you have to be silent on it. It doesn't mean you have to be silent on it. It means you have to communicate upon it in a way that allows the passion to be able to heal something. But when we are feeling a lot of emotions upon something, but we feel, I keep on hearing, we feel dumb, or we feel dumb articulating on it, or we don't want to say it, that's usually a sign that the work needs to happen within, right? Because it's the understanding that compassion is being able to communicate upon something that we're energetically passionate about, why something bothers us, what doesn't make energetic sense. It's the ability to bring the clarity of understanding to situations and circumstances. So I see even now, that's what I meant in terms of some energy right now in separation. I would not be surprised right now if there's some energy right now in separation that's working through the frustration of doneness, right? And why do we see I told you there's some energy coming into separation over the frustration of doneness, which is the ability or the understanding of being able to energetically see something, but also being able to recognize and identify what's energetically wrong with it, right? And that's why I keep on saying, understanding when something doesn't work does not create trauma. It doesn't create trauma in us when we understand and we recognize why something doesn't work. It hurts, right? It hurts, but it's a hurt that comes with a clarity of understanding in recognition to what is effectively wrong and what needs to be brought forth to make right. Trauma occurs in those moments of energetic confusion where something doesn't make sense. So I see even now, one of the gifts that I keep on seeing that is potentially happening during this retrograde period for some of the energy and separation is time is actually healing something, because time is bringing some kind of clarity of understanding to it. And I keep on seeing, I keep on hearing, it's like ow in a good way, because it's the energy that's going ow with the understanding. It's like the owl that has an O attached to it. which is the ow that goes, ow, oh, okay, right? Ow, oh, okay. Like, right, ow, oh, okay, is actually very healing, because it's the observation of being able to see something, get understanding, and then moving on from it, right? It's like, it's like one of those type of moments. But, and again, for a lot of the energy that's moving deeper into divine union right now, right? There's a lot of that, there's a lot of that space that I see, that is, I keep on seeing, for a lot of the energy that is deep within divine, like that's coming in, like this energy right now coming into divine union, these temperance relationships. This is the energy that understands. I keep on hearing that healthy partnership is perpetual calibration, which is the state or the space of understanding, not the ability of, not kind of delivering the same thing every day, but being able to be in energetic attunement in relationalities, being able to observe and understand and identify what we need to bring towards one another, right? It's like there's a lot, I keep on hearing, like the heavy word today is energetic calibration, which is the space by which we are able to identify and recognize how we can effectively like move something forward, or what we can do to move something energetically effectively. And I keep on seeing, what's interesting about this is the energy is coming into divine union by calibrating right now. And what they're calibrating on is potentially articulating upon the doubts and the fears that they held prior to these moments, because it is the observation of feeling the energetic release and relief of someone moving in accordance to the manifestation goal that is allowing them to feel, I keep on hearing, allowing them to feel the energetic, excitement in building into a deeper level of intimacy with one another. This brings us to a lot of the energy that is coming into divine union, those magician partnerships. I'm not coming into divine union. This energy is moving deeper into divine union. Clarification between our Tower card and our World card in its Tower card in its reversal. I got to point that part out. And the World card in its upright. Ooh, two cards coming out right now. Ooh, the Three of Wands in its reversal, and the Sun card in its upright. This is some very intriguing stuff that we're seeing right now in relationality to the Sun card and the Three of Wands in its reversal. Remember when I said there's something important I'm observing with the magician energy or the magician relationships in navigating healthy static, right? Which is, and why do I keep on hearing healthy static? Because you remember how I said some of these relationships, there was a bit of surprise that was coming towards. I would not be surprised if there were pop engagements or surprise deepening of partnerships that was predicated last month. And so I almost see like the ability to energetically clarify upon something, the ability to kind of bring a level or degree of understanding to a circumstance or situation. I keep on seeing it's working through, it's like the past that is being brought up. But I almost see the energy like, and I almost feel like there's something about that energy like working through the displeasure of something being compared to their past, but also akin to understanding and recognizing the similarity, right? Not taking it personally, but bringing, again, compassion to those circumstances and situations surrounding partnership. This isn't the energy that is getting triggered if someone is asking questions, but being able to articulate upon the nuances of something to help. And I keep on hearing it's a continuation of the journey that we have in partnership, which says that when we prioritize partnership, not only do we prioritize the relationship, but we prioritize the energy surrounding the partnership via the bringing that sense of energetic clarity to things. This brings us to the energy that is deep within divine union right now, clarification between our World card in its upright in combination with our Knight of Wands in its upright. We've got here the Two of Pentacles in its upright. And so for a lot of, like I told you, for a lot of the energy deep within divine union right now, it feels like a lot of work in terms of maintaining coordination is what I keep on seeing. I would not be surprised right now if energy deep within divine union is potentially being frustrated by energy that and this is what that it like isn't like, and here's the thing about it, like with when we have retrogrades like this, nothing feels coordinated. Nothing feels coordinated, even ourselves, right? And working through not taking another's lack of coordination personally right now in energy like this, allowing the space of just energetically being productive. And I keep on seeing like this is why like we don't, I keep on like the ability to have compassion in relationality to another's lack of coordination allows one to become energetically stronger upon something, is what I keep on seeing. So there's a lot of that space by which we are identifying that there's a lot, I keep on hearing like a lot of that energy deep within divine union. I feel like it's like they're bringing the coordination to the retrograde, is what I keep on seeing. It's like a lot of that. It's funny too, because I told you how like the energy coming into divine union, I was like moving my hand back and forth, but like the energy deep within divine union is just like when, like I keep on hearing like when the wheels, like when things feel like when things feel like it's harder to turn, like to move things, you kind of like you have that space of being like, it's okay, I brought my own. I brought my own, it's all right, I brought my own coordination, you don't have to worry about it, I got it. It's a lot of that type of energy. So this is a lot of the energy deep with divine union that's helping each other. And I feel like they're helping one another because that is what they bring for each other. You'll remember that these were a lot of those chariot partnerships. A lot of those chariot partnerships are like, I brought some extra coordination, would you like some? No, we've got lots of coordination here, you have some. So there's a little bit of that, and I keep on seeing, and I think like I keep on here, and that's what I see is happening right now for a lot of energy that is working through the internalization that is occurring right now deep within this retrograde cycle. Because I keep on hearing there is an intensification to take others' uncoordination personally. But when we remember and recall that there is a retrograde happening, right? We don't take it personally. We allow ours, like I told you, we have energetic perspective upon something, and we just continue, we move through something energetically effectively. So I keep on seeing that there's like I keep on hearing like the energy deep within divine union is working on smoothness or helping others with that, as it were. Continuing to get clarification between our Knight of Wands in its upright and our Page of Wands in its reversal. Ooh, there's that two. There's that Two of Cups in its reversal. And there's something, I want to say there's something very interesting that we're identifying and recognizing in relationality to how do I describe this best? In relationality to working on the context of energetic partnership is what I keep on hearing. There's something very there's something very important that we see. I don't know where this is coming from, but I feel like there's something really important in relationality to understanding the power. I keep on hearing when we want to take things personally, we heal things with the power of asking questions, is what I keep on getting, which is the space by which we are effectively able to move something energetically forward by being able to, I keep on hearing like questions are how we bring clarity to things that feel energetically confusing, is what I keep on seeing. And so that I keep on hearing like that ability of doing so is such that, and I keep on like, and that's the thing I want to identify right now. And I want to kind of stress this. There is literally a vibration of uncoordination that we're currently experiencing right now. This is why I'm saying, like, my heart goes out to anybody with Virgo placements if this is your season, because this is this is probably like the worst energy for someone with Virgo placements to be experiencing right now. Because you have to understand that those with Virgo placements have a tendency on working towards energetically perfect. But this is why I have to describe, I keep on getting a really strong message. And this is often this is often what Virgos come here to heal, right? When we are seeking perfect, right? When we have when we have an overactive sense of perfection, everything feels like it's falling short. When we have an overactive sense of perfection, then it feels like everything's falling short. Virgo energy heals when they recognize that perfect is not a destination, that the ability to envision it is the call to create it, right? And the ability to envision something isn't a search, it is a calling, right? And so, what do you see with those with Virgo placements that heal? It's the ability to resolve that sense of perfection by not being hard on the self, because too much of a heightened sense of perfection will ruin things for the self, because it's looking around and saying, this isn't it, this isn't it, this isn't it. But then, in the space by which we understand that that perfection is an energetic calling, it is something that we work upon, that is made, then it allows us to effectively arrive to the situations and perfect them, right? It is perfecting is an activation. It's not an exploration. So for a lot of the energy right now, that type of work, I either see that there are relationships right now that are coming into a point of closure, right? The healing, there's some energy right now in separation that is healing from circumstances or situations where another person's over heightened sense of perfection actually damaged the relationship, right? Or these are relationships that are coming together with the temperance relationships, those temperance partnerships that understand and recognize that perfection is never found. It's what we energetically make together. Continuation to get clarification between our Five of Swords in combination with our Three of Wands, in combination with our Sun card. Perfection as an act of perfection as a call of activation. Perfection as a call of activation, not as something that we punish ourselves for not being, but something that we celebrate the act of arriving towards, is what I keep on seeing. And that's what I keep on. This is why I keep on seeing that there may be some energy in separation right now, going through a lot of emotionality as it relates to a past circumstance or situation where another person's demanding of perfection, like I'm either seeing damage the self or ruin the relationship, because I keep on hearing healthy partnership. We never demand perfection of each other. We work for the perfection of the partnership, not for the perfection of the person. And so for a lot of the energy in separation, I feel like there's a little bit of this process of healing by because what happens is when we heal from that feeling of holding ourselves to an unreasonable standard, then we're able to see those who hurt us by also doing so, is what I keep on seeing. So for a lot of the energy, like I keep on hearing, like this is a lot of the continual work that we see as it relates to love being an act of surrender, because it's a reminder that you don't need to be perfect to be energetically loved. You need to be energetically accepted. And then when we're energetically accepted, what happens when we feel energetically accepted? We desire to excel to our highest version of self. So that's why I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy in that modality, experiencing that, it can feel like an overwhelm, right? There's almost like, I want to say, like the volume of grief that one arrives to as one is experiencing that is almost directly proportional. Like I see some energy right now that is like, almost like I either see energy in separation that is getting like working through something coming toward them from the past, that is like I can see almost the energy being like almost saying like I can't go back to a situation that would ask something that was impossible from the self, right? Like that's almost the energy that's able to observe the unreasonable standard, as it were. Or these are those partnerships that are coming together, and in the space of coming together, they're arriving to the understanding of how easy it can be to build into a healthy partnership with someone that holds the partnership to the same standard that we ourselves do. So there's a lot of, like I told you, like we already see like a lot of that emotionality that is coming through. Because what does Uranus in retrograde teach us? Uranus is often the planet that guides us through transformation, right? Like it is the energetic planet that works us into the context of transformation. And this is really having to do a lot. We've got here the 3 of wands in its reversal, with our sun card in its upright, and our 2 of pentacles in its upright. Clarification between these 3 cards. Yep, page of pentacles in its reversal, which is Uranus in retrograde, is a reminder to us that we can't rush processes, right? It's the space, it's like it's steady as she goes kind of energy. It's steady as she goes kind of energy, because it's the space by which I keep on seeing it's working in, like I kind of like Uranus in retrograde, because it's almost like a reminder saying we don't miss the things that are for us. You couldn't miss the things that are for you if you tried. You can't miss the things that are for you if you tried. But it's the space by which we navigate our own sense of energetic readiness. And that's why I keep on seeing, like, especially like one of the things that we see that's happening right now that's very profound for a lot of those magician partnerships that are moving deeper into divine union is the observation. I told you they're having to go through some kind of like active energetic comparison in relationality to something from the past that wasn't necessarily healthy for them, right? Trying to move something with more rapidity, like out of a sense of desperation, versus feeling that sense of energetic excellence that they're experiencing in partnership, that is the act of moving something quickly because it feels like a point of celebration. And I keep on seeing that at the same time, not taking the energetic comparison personally, but being able to understand. I keep on hearing, I almost see the energy saying, I can understand the similarity of something that looks similar, but then building into the ability to articulate to another the nuance of what is energetically different, that allows one to fully understand and help another comprehend what is energetically occurring, or more deeply understand what is energetically happening. This brings us to a lot of the energy right now that is deep within divine union, and that is the clarification between our 2 of pentacles in its upright in combination with our 2 of cups in its reversal. There's that, it's the 4 of wands in its reversal. Now, what do we effectively see with the 4 of wands in its reversal? This is a continuation on working through and recognizing and identifying. And I feel like this is what I keep on seeing as it relates to, and we talk a lot about this in relationality to manifestation goals here. And this is why it's really important when we have manifestation goals, not to be too hyper fixated on how we foresee or imagine something to be, right? I always like to describe this because, like, and this is often what happens in relationality to navigating or healing from our own sense of perfection. Because sometimes what is before us is grander. When we have too heightened a sense of perfection, we lose the opportunity to imagine something before us that is even grander than we can imagine, right? When we let go and we surrender the expectation of perfection, we allow ourselves the ability to witness something in our manifestation that is grander than we could ever imagine. It's very important that we heal from this sense of energetic perfection, because when we feel that, and I keep on seeing, like the understanding or the recognition that perfection is a call, right? I want you to think about that, that perfection isn't something that you should bludgeon yourself with, but something that feels like an energetic calling. It's the ability to see an energetic ideal. Some of us have it. Some of us have it in stronger modalities than others. But often, and that's the problem with it, like the problem with it is it can sometimes feel more like an energetic burden, right? It can feel more like an energetic burden because then when things don't feel like they're going the way that you expect or anticipate, you're like, no. But that sometimes it's often the space by which, even in those moments that something isn't going the way you expect, it can go even better than you could possibly imagine. Right? It's just a lot of that. But the only way that can do, like the only way that can happen, right? The only way that can happen is if you just go with, like, if you just go with it, right? If you just allow, like, if you allow the space of, again, not absorbing, but observing. And this is the gift, right? This is the gift that we bring to one another when we build into this space of holding things, like when we care about each other, we remind each other about that. We understand and we remind each other that the gift that we arrive to is such that it allows us to energetically prioritize upon what is important. And what I keep on seeing that's happening for a lot of energy that is moving deeper into divine union is, I feel like some of this energy that's moving deeper in divine union is also going through an energetic grieving process. They're grieving a situation or circumstance where the demand on a person destroyed the ability of building into a beautiful partnership, is what I keep on seeing. It's the space by which I almost see this energy that is in the process of healing in a profound way, because I keep on hearing the messages coming through for a lot of those relationships. This is either the energy that's still in separation, that's working on healing the self, but also the energy that's moving deeper into partnership that says we don't put demands on persons in partnership. We put expectations on relationships. We set our standards. We set our standards towards the aspiration of the relationship, not in the expectation of the person within it. And that's why it can feel like, that's why we can leave those relationships and feel awful about ourselves. We can feel the space by which another person tells us that we energetically ruined something, not because we ruined it, but because we were not able to manage to maintain the energetic ideal that another person placed in their head about us. And this is why idolatry is so negative and something that we work against, because when we idolize one another, we fail to recognize one another. When we hold the standard of what we expect from one another, and then we get upset when someone's not matching our expectation, what we're really saying is, I refuse to let go of the fiction of you to be able to energetically accept the beauty of the reality that is you. And what's beautiful about that is when we experience and accept the reality that are one another, and we hold each other in that embrace, it allows us to soar. It allows us to excel, because we do not energetically fly when someone tells us how wrong we are. We allow ourselves to become our great best version of self when we are reminded constantly that that sense of self is our energetic birthright. Continuing to get clarification between our Ace of Swords in its reversal in combination with our Page of Pentacles in its reversal. We've got here the Two of Swords in its upright. So we see even now that for a lot of the energy that is working through a lot of I want to say a lot of the energy that we see that is occurring right now in relationality to the energy moving deeper into divine union. I even see that some of the energy right now moving into divine union is I told you, it's like bringing up those experiences from the past, having to talk about something that they would feel a little bit energetically disinclined or would rather not talk about. But this is why. It's almost like the energy that's having to, like, I keep on hearing, they're having to go through their personal history upon something in order to clear the air surrounding partnership. And I keep on seeing that for a lot of that energy, it's like I keep on hearing they've got the cringe on it. They'd rather not have to do it. But they also they keep on saying they recognize and understand the significance in being able to articulate to someone what it feels like. It is so energetically supportive versus what feels like they are energetically healing from. And I almost see some of the energy like working through some kind of feeling of distaste in relationality to the energetic similarity that they may see between one thing or the other. But that's why I keep on seeing healing is appreciating and recognizing nuance. Is what I keep on saying. It's understanding, it's being able to tell the difference between something that is energetically supportive of the self versus something that was keeping one in a sense of lack or in a space of feeling unhealed, or in a space of something that doesn't feel restorative and positive. And this is why I told you like that, like, look, I love the Two of Swords. It's one of my favorite cards, because the Two of Swords effectively is the art of being able to tell the difference. Continuing to get clarification between our Page of Pentacles in its reversal in combination with our Four of Swords and its Four of Wands in its reversal. One card to clarify, please. Boom, we got the 10, we got the 10 of Cups in its upright. We got the 10 of Cups in its upright. And I love to see these two cards together, right? The 10 of Cups with the Two of Swords speaks to us about, and I feel like this is what I mean about the beauty of the energy deep within divine union, right? And this is often, and this is what's absolutely beautiful that we build. This is the gift. Like the gift of love is the gift of making the best of things. The gift of love is the gift of making the best of things, which is the space by which we understand and recognize. And I keep on hearing, we build an energetic protective space around things when we hold them energetically sacred. And I keep on seeing that even in the space by which we articulate and expound upon, I keep on saying we expound upon that space of positivity. When we expound upon that space of being able to amplify and articulate our energetic level of care upon things, we effectively, I keep on hearing, that is how we effectively show up for one another, right? It's the space by which we don't, I keep on hearing, the space by which we don't take things personally. It's a space by which we take them profoundly. So I want you to kind of work through, and I feel like that's the thing that I would kind of like, I feel like that's what we see a lot of the energy deep within divine union doing, right? Like facilitating and recognizing and doing that work, being able to energetically articulate upon the meaning of something, being able to, I feel like it almost feels to me like the energy, like for a lot of the energy right now, it's like working through, and I feel like this is how the energy deep within divine union is working or helping one another, acting as sieve. And how do we act as sieve? Because I keep on hearing, sometimes we work through something that is energetically small, right? And we're overly fixated upon it. And healthy counterpart, again, gives us the gift of perspective, which is the space by which another person can step back and say, you're getting too much in your headspace about it. It's not a big deal. Sometimes, though, even in counterpart connection, there's something that we consider not big, and counterpart will look at us and be like, no, that's important. There's a reason you feel like that. You're energetically warranted upon experiencing that. So I keep on seeing the work that we do in healthy partnership is helping one another identify the personal versus the profound, right? Which is something that we effectively navigate, that we may be overly internalizing upon, taking something too personally, versus something that we're not taking personally enough. Is what I keep on saying. Something that we're not taking personally enough because there's energetic importance to it. So I feel like that's a lot of the work that we see right now. Because again, this is the beauty of a lot of the energy deep within divine union. I know it's like, I feel like even here in the space of this, these two cards together are the exposition point of healthy, sound judgment, right? The ability to articulate upon that. Final card for today's spread between our Two of Swords in its upright in combination with our 10 of Cups in its upright. We've got here the 9 of Pentacles in its upright. What an absolutely beautiful card to finish our reading on today. And I got to say, yesterday's reading was very, very beautiful as well. We ended yesterday, and I need to stress this. So yesterday, the Two of Swords was almost in the same exact position, but it was on the right instead of the left. So we've got a lot of similarity between yesterday's reading and today's. And the Nine of Pentacles is very similar to the Three of Pentacles in its upright, which is the observation of understanding that I keep on seeing peace, like peace is not found outside of the self. Peace is what we energetically deliver to one another, is what I keep on seeing. There's a lot of that, there's a lot of that space that I identify and recognize in this energy that almost creates, I keep on seeing it feels like it's energetically supportive, and it feels like it's energetically protective. Now for the energy in separation, I feel like this is the energy in separation that is prioritizing protecting their peace, is what I keep on seeing. And I like to point out a good, like honestly, and I know it sounds really simple, but a healthy relationship will also respect your peace. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this to you. Okay? I know you might not believe me, but in healthy relationship, we prioritize protecting each other's peace. Okay? It is important to us. We focus upon it. We perseverate over it. We worry upon it. We understand and recognize. And often, listen, often we move away from energetic relationships where we understand, identify, or recognize like the space by which another person does not energetically prioritize our peace the same way that we ourselves do. That is what I mean in terms of leading with compassion, because I keep on seeing like a healthy relationship in any standard is one that energetically prioritizes and I keep on saying the energetic piece of the relationship within it. But, and this is important because everything comes with an energetic caveat point. Peace does not mean ignorance, right? We never be in a space of peace where we're being blissfully ignorant of things, is what I keep on seeing. There's peace and then there's ignorance, is what I keep on getting. And peace is the gift that we give one another in relationality to a peace that is true, is a peace that can be shared, which is the space by which we don't feel the energetic violation point in like my peace should impact you and vice versa. Sometimes they come into energetic conflict points, and this is how we do the work. Compassion is how we effectively energetically prioritize protecting peace, because if there's something that you're doing that is devaluing my peace, then we have the conversation, the compassionate conversation that sometimes can be difficult, right? That sometimes can be difficult because when we have compassionate conversations, what are we giving each other? We're helping each other see more. So the way we protect that our peace does not become ignorance is by having compassionate conversations that are conversations that are not accusatory, but are the observations that we provide one another in the context of helping us see things that we could not see before. So that's what I keep on seeing. This type of energy is best for that type of work, which is not, and that's why I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this over and over and over again. Now is not the time to be getting passive aggressive on something, to be getting energetically petty, to be starting to assume things, because I'll tell you right now, the energy that we're having right now is leading to a lot of time. Like this is uncoordinated energy. There is an uncoordinated vibration that is happening within this frequency. And also with the heightened sensitivity that is occurring with Jupiter in Cancer and all the planets in Aries, there is the ability to allow for the uncoordination. If you're having a moment right now, if you come to me for a reading and you tell me something was uncoordinated and I took it personally, that is going to be the song of you allowing the retrograde eclipse to effectively get to you. Bring compassion to situations, which doesn't mean that you have to energetically accept everything that's occurring, but being able to articulate and define what is helpful versus what is unnecessary is going to help you identify and recognize the conversations that feel like they're valuable, albeit difficult, versus someone navigating too much from their egoic center. And so I feel like there's a lot of that work in relationality to working forward in that capacity. Bottom of the deck on this reading right now. There you go. Queen of Pentacles in its upright. Queen of Pentacles in its upright, which is the space I keep on seeing, like Queen of Pentacles in its upright. I'm going to say this again. There is the way I like to define this right now is and I want to describe this, and I feel like there's something that's coming through in relationality, and I keep on here. This was a message that's been coming through over and over and over again throughout this retrograde cycle. The song of love is honoring another's choices. The song of love is honoring another's choices. When we care about each other, we honor each other's choices. Unless, right? Again, there's always a caveat to an energetic lesson. Unless there is something about that choice that is detrimental to the person energetically making it, right? The space by which we understand and recognize that the power and force of love is the space by which we honor one another's choices. It's not to say that it's the space by which we observe something and we say it's okay. If we feel, right, if we feel that there's something that another is doing that isn't something that's energetically supportive to them, that would often allow for a compassionate conversation. It is a conversation that we have that articulates the energetic fortitude and relationality to honoring the choice. And I like to say, like, we've all had conversations about that, right? The ability to express or to articulate a concern often is a space by which it can be energetically eased. So I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy right now, there's a lot of work that is happening as it relates to building into a feeling of, I feel like the space of understand. I keep on hearing the power of true peace is a peace that doesn't come at the cost of another person's unrest, is what I keep on hearing. It is the gift that we give one another in relationality to understanding a healthy manifestation goal. And it's more of a continuation in the recognition that a healthy manifestation goal is one that can be mutually shared, right? So if we're doing in that, like if we're working through that capacity right now, it's like it's not about, and it's further understanding that honoring feelings isn't just doing what one feels like one is energetically inclined to all the time. If you're doing everything you just feel called to do it every time, and then you're saying you're honoring your feelings, I hate to break it to you, that's not honoring your feelings. That's being led by your feelings. Honoring feelings is being able to explain why you feel the way you do or why something is energetically important to you. Honor means to carry something. So when we're honoring our feelings, it's not just the fact that we're moving in accordance to them, but we can also explain to another why. So make sure that you're having that work. Make sure you're doing that work right now, especially as it relates to what we know to be the uptick in emotionality that is going to come, that is often predicated upon a Piscean full moon. I'm also going to say this again because I always say this when we go through Aquarian and Piscean cycles. If you have issues with substances, I would deeply, deeply ask you to stay wary of them during moons like this one. Because with Aquarian full moons, it's very easy to disassociate. With Piscean full moons, it's very easy to get carried away. So please make sure that you're prioritizing care of yourself as we navigate this energetic cycle. That is our daily collective read for today. I want to thank you so much for being here and experiencing these readings. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, it is a 2-step process. You have to book the reading. You also have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both if you would like to have that reading. Most importantly, please remember that I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you for a private reading. I'll never DM you, PM you, slide into your inbox, tell you I have a very important message that only I can deliver. The only way you can book a reading with me is if you book one on my site. So I would encourage you to do it there. A couple of updates before we get started on today's on personals. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who attended our recent class on the Tower card. Our next class will be held on Thursday, not Wednesday, Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the Star card. If you would like to become a part of that tarot class program, all you need to do is head on over to my Stack and become a paid subscriber. Your paid subscription to my Stack is your ticket of entry into our live classes each and every month. You will also, as a monthly subscriber, have access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library class archive. Now, it's not necessary to catch up. I'll do my best to give you an update on everything we've studied, but if you wanted to catch up, now is a great time to join, as you'll have a couple weeks to bone up on some of those classes. You'll also have access to a one-on-one chat with me and the other students to ask any questions that you may have in relation to anything we've learned or studied thus far. And if you become a founding member to my Stack, not only will you receive a discount on the whole year's worth of classes, you will also receive full access to the entirety of the Tarot Church Library class archive. That is access to over 17 hours worth of material in an ever-expanding library. You'll also have access to a complimentary one-on-one mentorship class with me, where I will meet with you personally to assess where you are on your own personal tarot journey and give you the best insights in terms of how to utilize those classes to the best benefit moving towards your tarot goals going forward. One of the things I tried to do in these classes was make them accessible to the absolute novice tarot reader as well as the seasoned reader. There's definitely something there for everyone. Don't let your lack of experience or your robust experience prevent you from joining us in these classes. And even if you don't become a paid subscriber to my Stack, I would encourage you to follow me there to stay up to date on any new offerings or services. I also post my weekly newsletter there, which will let you know about my in-person events, as well as my online live schedule. You'll also be notified as to my Mystic Meditation articles coming out. I'll be releasing one this weekend on navigating this full moon that we have coming up in just a couple of days. I also want to let you guys know that on top of my standard life path readings, I also offer mentorship classes. These are for any of my students seeking a more personalized educational experience with me. I take a very limited number of students for this reason, as those classes are focused on each individual's personal spiritual goals and journey work. Those classes can be purchased on an individual level or as a monthly class series, weekly or bi-weekly, as your schedule permits. Also, for my students seeking more consistent weekly tarot support, I'm very happy to offer weekly tarot insight packages. That is a package of 4 30-minute readings, again, weekly or bi-weekly, as your schedule permits, so that you can stay more consistent on your personal journey. I'm also very happy to now offer dream interpretation readings. This can be purchased per dream or as a series. If you purchase a series, I would encourage you to start a dream journal. As you will, we will meet weekly or bi-weekly with that journal to utilize the tarot to understand the key themes and messages coming towards you in the dream space. I'd also like to invite you on Tuesday. I will be hosting a very special class with the Bi Plus Book Gang called Queering the Infinite. We'll be studying and researching mystic poetics and how they integrate into the queer experience. You can find the tickets to enroll in that class over in my newsletter over on my Stack. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages, and we will do this again on Monday. That is our daily collective read. We are going to get started on personal readings. Congratulations to Oracle Erica. You got our highest gifter today. And thank you so much, Bridget. You got second place, so you'll have an additional card in your readings. The list is closed today, but if you would like to get on the list for Monday, you will be the first person read for. You also have an additional card in your reading. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as it was reading. Good afternoon, Kristen. And then Theo, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. You had an owl in your dream last night. I had wild dreams last night. Yeah, Ella. Owl. Oh, okay. This is exactly what I'm going through right now. Sending you support, Kristen. And thank you, Oracle Erica. Hi there. Oh, what happened with Shawnee? Did I miss something? Oh, okay. I think our wonderful mod extraordinaire, Kay Megan, helped us with that. Guys, please thank Kay Megan for all of their help. Make sure to give Kay some love. I showed up at the right time. They have now been muted. Thank you. I missed it entirely. Thank you. Secret K just popped in. So good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. It's always whenever I'm not here, and always know you like you had spidey senses. You tingled and you saved the day. I didn't see all their messages. I saw enough. Oh, I missed entirely. Apologies, guys. Y'all had to deal with that. Oh, well, I'll find out later. I don't have time for it. Looked like she was eating ice cream, so I had to help her out. Thank you, Bridget. It's okay. I brought my own coordination. I love that, Wushu. I'll continue to pop in and out. No problem, Kay. And guys, I'm going to pin up Kay here. Make sure to give Kay some love. Always appreciated. Damage seemed to be miniature. Oh boy. So we just, oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Kay. I'm sending you so much support on your baby. You're so welcome, Shush. Yes, absolutely sending positive vibes to you, dear. I just told my Virgo I can't be friends with her anymore. Sending you so much support, Kristen. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you as well, Sue. Praying for the best possible outcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you guys for supporting each other in the chat. Perfection is an activation, not an exploration. Sounds like exactly what happened to me. Sending you support, Kristen. Thank you so much. Absolutely, dear. And Vanessa, thank you for those gifts. Love and light to everyone this eclipse season. Tap to claim. Peppy, thank you for the follow. And thank you as well. Steady as she goes. Absolutely. I want to receive and internalize this message so much. Sending you support, Elisa, to witness what the state of flow can provide us. Verse, hold on a minute. Oh, I wanted to finish reading that. Verse, what our tiny minds can foresee. Beautifully said, son. This is a major part problem for me for surrender. I know it is, Elisa. You're not the only one. I need to surrender to the unknown without a partner, and I want to wait for someone to be with. Sending you so much support. You don't need. I want you to remove need. I want you to say I am, right? Because even in the space, you never want to put need in the context of a manifestation. Onward, absolutely, blindly. I don't want you to have the word blindly either. I want you to say trusting the process. Yes, I like that. I put your life on a pedestal. Beautifully said. 10 of Cups. I know 10 of Cups and 10 of Coins today. It's a nice spread. I'm not mad about it. I'm really not bad about it. Oh, welcome back, Wushu. You didn't, if you wanted to catch yesterday's reading, it's over on the places you can find it. I love that. We deliver peace to one another. We don't find it in one another. Tap to claim. Dada, thank you for sharing the live. Always appreciate when you guys share the live. No headphones on. No, la, 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 la. No, none of that. Yep. I suffer. Oh, yeah, I don't trust positive things anymore. Well, I want you, listen, Phoenix, like I want you to work in the space of saying, I am working towards learning to trust positive things again. Nobody, I want to say this, they robbed it from you temporarily, right? The ability to identify that you're in the process of healing from that, that's awful. And I'm sending you so much support. We are part of a rhythmless. I love that we're part of a rhythmless. I mean, like, but yeah, it's a really profound way of saying this right now. A rhythmless nation. Beautifully said, Wushu. My screen froze. What was the saying again? The song of love is what? I can't recall. I was saying honoring another's choices. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the help, Kay. Ania, you have not had a drink since 8:30. Guys, I'm going to pin up Ania here. Guys, please let's take a moment to celebrate Ania's accomplishment. Sending you so much support on that journey, dear. All right. And yes, thank you guys so much. Excellent. You're so welcome, Tyla. And thank you. You're so welcome, Alter. Happy Bisexual Awareness Month. We love Kay. We do love Kay. Excellent. Yes, I have to go get some. Was wondering if someone had an idea for the stuff on hand. What are you looking for, Fig? I hope I made the right choice to surrender this week. Sending you support, Kristen. All right, friends, we're going to get started on personal readings. As I mentioned, the list is closed today, but if you'd like to get on for Monday, you'll be the first person read for. First person we are reading for today is Bridget. Bridget, can you let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer? And while we wait for Bridget's question, let's do an intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. I'm going to count back from 10. And when we get to 1, I'll reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close with the swan, Erica. It was the goose. Close cousin of the swan. All right. I'm pinning up Bridget here, guys. Make sure to give Bridget some love. What, if anything, is preventing me from coming into union? And how best can I heal to call it in? 5 cards, please. Oh, shoot. Wow, they're not pulling any punches today. So there, I mean, I need you to move into the space that you are calling it in. What's making you feel like it's energetically being prevented? That's what you need to erode. I keep on hearing, I need you to embody the space of saying, this is how I find them, is what I keep on seeing. And I want to tell you right now, if there's something that you feel, if you're shaking your head when I say that, if there's something, if you're shaking your head when you say that and you're saying, no, I feel like something's energetically missing, I keep on seeing that in itself is what needs to be energetically released. I mean, I want you, like, I literally, with cards like I'm seeing right now, I want you to embody the space that, like, you could meet them at any energetic moment, is what I keep on seeing. I want you to really embody the space of understanding that, at any moment you could turn around and they would be energetically standing there with, like, the type of cards that I'm seeing right now. And that's why, like, the overarching message that I keep on getting when I do readings for you in relationality to counterpart keeps on impressing on me every time I read for you. When I hear counterpart, I keep on hearing one of your guides say, have you tried following your bliss? They just keep on saying the same thing. Have you tried following your bliss? And I keep on saying to them, I'm like, what does that mean, following the bliss? They're saying, going and doing the things right now that energetically delight you. I keep on saying, doing it for the joy it brings. You're going to find them. I keep on hearing, you're going to find them doing something for the joy it brings. You're going to find them doing something that you find absolute joy in. And I keep on seeing this space by which you don't deny yourself. Like, I keep on hearing, the space by which you don't deny yourself doing something out of a state of joy is going to potentially bring you into energetic alignment, is what I keep on seeing. Because I keep on getting, I don't know why, we got to talk about this. I don't know what this is. I got a little sense of you being like, no, 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 I can't do that. No, nothing discretionary right now. No, no, no. Like, I got this, like, work kind of thing. And I keep on hearing, it's okay to work, but you got to leave a little room for bliss, 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 is what I keep on seeing. I keep on hearing something about you doing something that you love, something about you doing something specifically for the joy it brings, doing something just to effectively, I keep on hearing, like, this is the type of energy that feels like it's inclined to allow you to, I keep on hearing, follow the flight of fancy right now. I keep on hearing, for no other, I keep on hearing, for no other reason than it pleases you to do so. There's something, I keep on hearing, something about you giving a gift to yourself is potentially going to give back to you. I just had a ringing in my ears. I heard that because I keep on seeing, the only thing that's happening right now is you found your groove. The groove is preventing you. The groove, it's a good groove. And that's the problem about it. It's a very good groove. I can hear it. You love that groove. And I see it even now. You're like, I don't want to mess up my groove. You're going to have to mess up your groove a little bit to allow for the opportunity of someone new to come in, is what I keep on seeing. Right. And I keep on hearing, like, it's that work. I keep on hearing, it's that work of stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something. I keep on hearing, doing something that you haven't necessarily done. I even see you being like, I can almost see you being like saying to me, anything but that. I know. And if you're saying to me even now, me saying that, anything but that, that's what it's going to energetically take to get there. I know. It's like, it's really, I know, I hate to tell you this. It's giving me, like, it's the universe saying, go out and play. And I can see you being like, I don't want to leave my room. And it's like, it feels like it does. It feels like the universe looking at you like an angry mom and saying, I don't care. I don't care that you don't want to, I don't care that you have homework to do. I'm insisting that you go outside right now and play. It's good for you. It's what I keep on saying. It's like this is what I mean is happening between you and the universe right now. I see you with like a stack of homework and you being like, I can't, I've got to finish this. And I see the energy being like, you go out there right now and you go play. You go out there and you play right now. And I can see you being like, I don't want to. You're like, you're going to like it when you get out there. It's what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, you see, this is the problem when you're in the high priestess mode, right? High priestess don't meet anybody. High priestess is up in the library. high, priestess, high priestess is like, I got all these books to read. What are you talking? These are my friends. You're like, these are my friends. Would you like to meet my friends? I've got some books here. these are all my friends. Those are not your friends. They don't count, is what I keep on hearing. Okay. If it doesn't breathe, if it doesn't breathe, you're not allowed to say it's your friend. Okay. All right. It's saying right now, like it's like that, like there's like that's, and I know I can see you, like it's literally like I can see you like kicking your heels and being like, I don't want to go out and play. It's that type of energy. You're gonna be happy when you get there, is what I keep on seeing, and I can already see. And that's the thing, I can see you being like, nah, I changed my mind. No changing your mind after you make the plans. You know. Thank you so much, Bridget, for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings. The list is closed today, but if you'd like to get on the list for Monday, you'll be the first person read for. Next, I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Okay. One moment. Excellent. Going to therapy real quick. Oh, no problem, BB. Absolutely. Listen, whenever you're here, you get put on the hold list. So if you're not here, you can always come back and claim your reading at another time, dear. Sending you support on that journey. Yes, someone said to me yesterday that triggered me. A reader, yes. I'll be back. No problem. More traffic. No problem, Elisa. I've been in a great space up until yesterday because I absolutely feel them as if they're right here. Well, that's what I keep on hearing. Like it's not there. You are in the modality. I keep on hearing anytime now. Sending you support on that journey as well, Kristen. I was thinking Alexa Bliss low. Just kidding, wrestling humor. Oh, I don't know what that is, Phoenix. Post it in the disco. Yes, 100%. I'm totally in that joyful space. I'm working quite a bit. Yes, I do love my groove. But I'm not afraid of hard things. That's so me. I don't want to leave my room. I think the dog sitting is helping me with that. That's good to hear. That's so me. I love reading. That's a lot of us. Yes. I'm such an introvert masquerading as an extrovert. Yep. So no blocks then. Never mind. Okay, no problem, BB. Okay, they just threw me off because I've been doing all this healing, and the reading yesterday was like I mean, those cards I just pulled. Like, I need to point this out. Like, don't if you're telling me that you're feeling it, you know what I mean? Like you're dreaming about it, you feel like I want you to imagine that you're already in the space of energetic partnership. I keep on reading for you, and again, I don't want to get in like some kind of reader war between whoever else read for you. No, I'm kidding. But I think it's positive to get more readings from different readers because I feel like I like to point out that we're all having different approaches to things. Every time I read for you right now, it's coming out of your groove. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. It's doing something that you would not typically do. That's allowing for the invitation of a new energetic experience is what I keep on seeing. Oh, sending you support, Figs. Hold on, just reading. You're so welcome, Bridget. I haven't spoken to my dad or mom. Just shared the last. Oh, wow. Sending you support, Fig. I'm sending you so much support right now. But thank you for sharing and thank you for being here with us. I want a different perspective, but it's really, really difficult. No, I understand it. I see even now, like I almost see you like going to make plans being like, oh, like I keep on hearing like you're allowed to do things just for the state of joy because I keep on hearing you're going to find them in a state of bliss. You're going to find them doing something that you're doing solely for yourself. I keep on hearing it's a gift you give yourself and then you find them within. Next person on the list for today is Ava. Ava, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Also, let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question. Also, I would like to ask if there's anyone who would be willing to be moved to the whole list today to be read for on Monday. I will also give you an extra card in that reading. We're just a little short on time today. So I want to be able to be conservative on that. You're so welcome, dear. All right. And thank you for letting me know where the question is, Ava. I will pull it up now. And while I pull up Ava's question, let's do an intuition check. All right. I've got the animal spirit guide cards here. Hold on a minute. One moment. Oh, Lord, come on. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, just pulling up the question. Ava, thank you. It's Inside Tea, and I've got the Animal Spirit Guide card here. We're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The frog. Thank you guys for participating. We'll do that after the next reading. I'm just going to pop up Ava's question. Guys, make sure to give Ava some love. All right. Oh. Oh, honey. Okay. I've got you, dear. Oh yeah, I mean this is just validation. No, they're coming back. Like without question. Like I'm going to give you a full I'm going to show you the cards that I'm seeing right now to give you the validation and relationality to the fact that you're going to meet that energy is what I keep on seeing. Like I keep on hearing that it's interesting too because it feels like an ancestral energy. It feels like someone that was coming back through you is what I keep on getting. And I keep on seeing that the connection point is in relationality to when there's certain energies that we are meant to energetically encounter, then it's like it's giving me a patient in the best way possible. So this is someone that is articulating here the understanding that the timing was not right, is what I keep on seeing. And here's the validation point with our Queen of Swords that says, and I actually have a space here that says that they are supportive of your energetic decision because they're articulating the fact that they feel like they trust your judgment in that. I feel like, it almost says to me that there's something, and it's interesting too, because they're actually saying to me that something that you did in that moment was actually supportive to them as well. Because I keep on hearing that your articulation of making a choice, because, and I keep on hearing them say, never did you protect them more than when you made that energetic decision. Because I keep on seeing that they were coming to protect you. And so I keep on seeing that the space by which you made that decision was they understand, they said, like they keep on saying it was an act of protection. It was an act of protection for both of us. And I keep on hearing not ready is not yet, which is the space by which I keep on seeing they understand the framework of a choice that you made, which is not one that you were effectively in a space that you said that you did not want to energetically meet someone, but that you are not in a space that would have been energetically best for them. So they see the fact that it feels like it was an entirely selfless act in the choice that you made at that moment. And one that I keep on seeing with all of these swords, I keep on hearing they understood and felt the full gravitas of that energetic decision. This is what they say is ahead, and they said that's really helpful because in the future, I keep on hearing you did something that when you are able to energetically encounter them, they're going to be able, like I keep on hearing, they're going to be able to, like, I feel like there's the space by which I keep on hearing when we care about each other, we protect one another to make sure that we can energetically provide for one another. And so I keep on seeing that this is the energy. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if you sense this energy around you still, because it's really saying to me, it's like it's giving me a lot of at your leisure kind of energy is what I'm identifying here. That is the space. Like you see this, like they're like that we want to see a sun card in its reversal in a reading like this, because this is the energy that says when, like, they trust, like I keep on hearing that something about that decision, like they're not going anywhere is what I keep on saying. Like they're like, I see like the fact that they're with you now. They haven't left. They're still very much, I keep on getting, they're very much in your auric field. I would not be surprised if you haven't seen them manifesting in your auric field, because I see somebody, I keep on hearing it's like a conversation of them kind of fortifying to you that they're acting as an energetic protector for you. And also I keep on getting a little bit of this energy that says at your leisure, which means like not feeling the sense that you need to effectively rush a decision, but understanding that when you make the choice to be energetically ready, like they're still, like I feel like they're just giving you those touch points of reassurance to let you know that they're still there and they're not energetically going anywhere. Bottom of the deck on this reading, yeah, and I keep on seeing the power of love is to understand an impossible choice. I keep on seeing, I keep on hearing someone say that you were put in, like, you were put in an impossible choice, which is what is, which I almost like, and I feel like it's like I almost see the fact that they've been like I feel like they've been helping you. I feel like it's interesting because they actually say that they feel like they've been helping you more on spirit because um I feel like almost in the space by which they recognize such an impossible choice occurring around you. I keep on hearing them say, my work is better done on this side right now, is what I keep on hearing. Like help, I keep on hearing like a lot of the like that feels like there was a low point there that you were energetically experiencing. And I feel like they've been working very tangibly with you energetically to help move you into a space. And also around energy that I keep on seeing does not put you, I keep on hearing the energy that protects you does not put you in impossible situations, which is the space by which another person is responsible for something and then says, how could you? Is what I keep on seeing. It almost feels like some energy that was like navigating you into some kind of space of an energetic dead end. And I keep on seeing, like, I almost hear like the space by which you had to like heal yourself in terms of not only recognizing that, but moving away from energy that was trying to like articulate the fact that, um, like, I keep on hearing like, leaving someone with no choices creates a space of being at another's disposal, is what I keep on seeing. And I keep on hearing they're really proud of the work that you did to overcome a really arduous journey with energy that did not, I keep on hearing that felt like they were like were not helping you, not helping you in relationality to being able to energetically support you, but only, I keep on hearing like only coming towards you to articulate like how bad a job you were doing at things. So I almost see them saying, like, I feel like I see that energy like celebrating the fact, I keep on hearing like I feel like they celebrate because I almost see them celebrating because I keep on seeing it's like the space by which you said like I feel like it's almost like you having to go through a situation where another person tore you down because I keep on hearing by choosing I keep hearing by choosing yourself, you chose them, is what I keep on hearing them say. And I keep on hearing they understand and recognize that even if another person made you feel like what you were doing was like, I keep on hearing it was the opposite of selfish. It was selfless, is all I keep on hearing. Thank you so much, Ava, for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. The list is closed today, but if you would like to get on the list for Monday, you'll be the first person read for. You'll also have an additional card in your reading. I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Dog, frog. Almost said frog, but I thought not twice in a day. Oh, you see that? Never say never. Same difference. I'm glad I'm here is all I can say. Same fig. I'm so glad that you're here with us. I have fun doing things alone. Sometimes I wish I had someone. Yes. I'm such an introvert and I'm too anxious to do things alone. I know it's hard, right? To be able to step, it's hard, but it's a good thing to do. Taking yourself on dates is a gift. I have friends, but they're all married with kids, so they are often busy. I can relate. I have a partner, but I want to go out and do things with friends. Sending you support, V, but they're busy. Yes, I did for them as well, Ava, thank you. I can't hear you, but your face looks angry. Why can't you hear me, Adam? The situation I'm reading with is very angering. Yes, when I meditate. Thank you. And let that serve as confirmation on that, Ava. You're so welcome, Ava, and sending you so much support on that journey. How are you doing, Hardy? All right, friends, we're going to continue right now. The next person on the list for today is Stella. Stella, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question. I'm also seeking anyone who would be willing to be put on the hold list. I have a very limited amount of time today, so if you'd be willing to hold your reading till Monday, I'd be happy to I'd be happy to give you an additional card, or if anybody would like to move it into a private reading, I'd be willing to offer you a discount on the private. So if you're willing to do that right now, please let me know. As we wait for Stella's question, I'm going to do an intuition check. I've got the animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10. And when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the fox. Thank you guys so much for participating. Okay, I haven't seen Stella come through. Next person on the list for today is BB. BB, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. Definitely not a turtle. Second call right now for Stella or BB. Hi there, BB. I'm going to ping you up here. Guys, make sure to give BB some love. Could you let me know if we're doing a general or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer? And I haven't seen your question come through yet, baby. So just let me know. I'm also going to check the disco, see if it's up there. Hey there. The list is closed right now, Julia, but if you want to get on for tomorrow, you'll be the first person read for. Highest priority right now for BB. 4 cards, please. I said boo-boo. All right, can I get 2 more, please? I think it might be interesting, though, because this might be a reading on a wound. All right, can I get, thank you. Oh, man, geez. All right, I want you to understand, listen, the thing that I keep on seeing is, I gotta describe this right now. The thing with this retrograde that is so pervasive and annoying is the fact that this is the retrograde. I keep on calling it is the attack of the minor inconveniences. It's like nothing can go smoothly. It's like the most minor thing creating like the biggest energetic hurdles. It's literally grind. It's like grind energy, you know? And I gotta tell you, like, and I think like I can sense and feel all of the Taurus energy in you that wants to kick back against it as hard as you energetically can, because it is so annoying. I want you to, and it's, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell you right now, it's don't give someone the pleasure. Don't give them the pleasure. Don't give them the pleasure. When someone is trying to annoy you, okay, maybe your cosmic mom for a minute. When someone's trying to annoy you and you give them attention, they don't care if it's positive. They don't care if it's negative. You know, there's some energy, there's some twisted energy out there. You yell at them and they'll have a grin on their face, like you have just delivered them a 4-course meal. They got the 4-course meal of getting under your skin, right? 4-course meal, all the trimmings. When you get annoyed and someone's intentionally trying to annoy you, and then you give them a piece of your mind, congratulations, right? Congratulations, 4-course meal getting under your skin. Oh, I still got that. Like I got that. Like, look what I can do, right? And I'll tell you right now, energy like that, like they'll it's like it's giving me harmless energy, being like, what? Who, me? What? What's gotten into you? It's that type of stuff, you know? And I feel like, I feel like it's like, I feel like I keep on hearing, like, I feel like your mantra right now through this retrograde is cool as a cucumber. Sure. Like, you know what I mean? That's not a problem. Yeah, of course. You know, like I feel like it's allowing the space by which, and I keep on seeing, and I keep on hearing, because I gotta tell you, like it feels like, and I gotta stress this, like I almost see some situations that you have to navigate in relationality towards another person being, I keep on hearing obtuse or intentional is what I'm getting, you know, like someone who's like effectively trying to annoy you versus someone who might like literally like just not even recognize it. The problem with this retrograde right now is like honestly it's probably going to be a bit of both. But like I need to stress this, like, and that's what I keep on seeing, giving someone the benefit of the doubt until there's no doubt, you know, allowing, I keep on hearing, allow that force of compassion in, which is, and I keep on hearing, you can be compassionate but also hold boundaries, which is the space by which somebody can do something and say, okay, I understand. Moving forward, this is how we're going to energetically avoid that ever happening again. You know, it is like, I like to point out in those moments, like the ability to energetically, I like to point out the ability, the way you can tell, I'm going to tell you right now, the way you can tell whether someone is solutions driven or focused on creating energetic problems for you is when you present a solution and they either say thank you, how dare you, which is the space by which we effectively assist another to do something more effectively. Energy that's on your side will always say thank you. I deeply appreciate that. I see how much you're working to try to help do something in a better way, right? When an energy that articulates the fact that they're not intentionally doing something and then we make something easier, that's usually how we can recognize what the energetic holdup is, because it's the energy that'll sometimes say like, oh, like I'm not going to do that, and being like, why? It would be the solution to the problem. You know what I mean? I just gave you a solution to something, and then suddenly they're taking the solution personally. Well, there you go. Like there you go. There it is. So I feel like there's a little bit of that space, which is to say, I want you to lead with compassion and let the compassion fortify your comprehension on things, is what I keep on seeing. Because when we lead with compassion, we can see the energy that is appreciative of that compassion versus like energetically identifying like what just feels like it's inconvenient. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, because again, it does. It feels like you got some intrusive energy around you. You know, it feels like, it almost feels, I keep on getting the vibration of someone like bringing the wrong information to someone intentionally, hoping for them to clarify, and boom, now someone has information that they were seeking. Like it's that kind of thing. So just be conscientious of situations like that. And usually when you're navigating things like that, the way you do is giving someone a heads up, is what I keep on seeing. the way you can avoid situations like that when you feel, I keep on hearing, when you feel like you have prying energy around you, is giving others a heads up that you feel like someone is energetically trying to pry into your energetic experience, right? I keep on hearing sometimes, I keep on hearing sometimes, sometimes a heads up conversation will save a world of energetic confusion, is what I keep on seeing. And I keep on hearing a message of saying, like almost having conversation with someone saying, I'm probably being overly careful, is what I keep on hearing, right? The space by which you almost like articulate upon an abundance of care that ends up like allowing for the space of an energetic solution to happen is was what I keep on seeing. So something about that as well. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, BB. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to, and again, and I feel like even have a conversation with someone, you can almost say to them, be like, I'm saying this more for my own sense of stability, is almost what I'm saying, seeing, like almost saying to someone, like, I'm probably being overly conscientious or cautious, but just a heads up is the kind of thing I'm seeing. Like I keep on hearing that can be a very beneficial space to be as it relates to like helping to ease like one's own sense of anxiety or worry, particularly as it relates to someone who's trying to like energetically pry into something. Thank you so much again, BB. And if this message connected as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is closed, but you can get on the list for Monday and you'll be the first person read for. You'll also have an additional card in your reading. I'm going to take a moment to read the comments that came through as it was reading. Cosmic Mama, yes. Hold on a minute. Oh, you call him that. I was like, where did Boo Boo come from? Oh, that's funny. That's wild. Beep boop boop. Yep. Absolutely. So true. I've been bucking against this. Yeah, don't buck against it. I know it's hard. I know it's because it's gonna intensify and you're gonna exhaust yourself. Brush his teeth. Yes, I bought phone storage backup just because I know something might happen. Sending you support, Wushu. Cosmic Mama. I feel that heavily. Hi there, Rising. Good to see you, dear Cassie. Your subscription is ending soon if you'd like to renew. Yeah, it's that type of energy, Alyssa. Elisa, truth. No one is worth your mental peace. I mean, I feel like energy that's supportive of our mental peace protects it. I do need to cool. I don't think it's like the fact of cooling it. It's just don't. I keep on hearing like don't let energy that's not respective of your energy have access to your energy, is what I keep on hearing. Compassion and boundaries equals peace of mind. Yes, dealing this too. Sending you support, Sarendra. Exactly. I hope this isn't about me. No, I don't think it is about you, Nikki. This actually, I mean, I had the Lover's card there, which is effectively being energetically protective about energy that's trying to interfere in relationship, is what I was seeing. Absolutely. You're so welcome, BB. And thank you for sharing the live, Dada. Always appreciate when you guys share the live. I'll definitely use that to ease my own anxiety. Yep. This energy has been intense. I know it has, Soup. It's going to get more intense. Tiring myself out for sure. Well, and that's the thing. Like, again, just yeah, like allow that to like make sure that you're resting a lot during this energy as well. Okay, next person on the list. I'm still looking for Stella, or if Stella's not here, the next person's Addison. Also, Oracle Erica, I know you got the highest gifter. Thank you for that gift, BB. And guys, make sure to give BB some love. A wonderful reader as well. We're going to do the 50K giveaway. Oracle Erica, I know you won the highest gifter. I wanted to ask if it would be possible for us to hold your reading till Monday. I know they're so cute. Thank you so much, BB. And we're going to do that 50K giveaway as well. Hi there, Phoenix. I have a coworker. It doesn't matter if he's asking me or just asking how my day is going. Sending you support on that, Phoenix. And thank you for those beautiful gifts. All right, friends, we're going to do our 50K giveaway. I am thinking of a number right now between 1 and 47. First person I see that posts the number will get the reading. First person I see, not the first person that posts it. Sometimes I see things in a different order than you guys post them. Nope. 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 Oh, Nikki, you got it, dear. Congratulations. I am going to ask that we hold the 50K reading for Monday. You'll have that as a gift. Thank you so much, dear. We'll do that again if we get to 50. Well, we'll be getting off soon. So we'll be doing that again when we get to 100K. If we get to 100K, but you'd have to tap the screen very quickly. Hold on a moment. Just reading back up on some of the comments. The next person on the list right now is Stella. Stella, if you're here, how are you doing today, Medusa? Sending you so much support on that healing journey, dear. Continue to make sure that you're prioritizing care of the self. Sure, and thank you, Oracle Erica. I appreciate your patience. I instantly want to rip this head off. It might intensify right now, Phoenix. So make sure that you're communicating and setting those healthy boundaries rather than coming into the space of aggressor. Excellent. All right. If Stella's not here, I'm looking for Addison. Addison, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. Second call right now for Stella or Addison. If Stella or Addison are not in the room, let's get to one card readings for subscribers. If you are a subscriber and like a card pulled, go ahead and put your question in the comments. If you would like to become a subscriber, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen and you'll be added to the list and you can ask a question. And if you recharge your heart maze, you're also eligible for an animal spirit guide card. Thank you for encouraging everyone to tap the screens. Cool beans. Bridget, highest priority. 2 cards for Bridget, please. Highest priority. This is beautiful energy right now. And it's a continuation of the reading that you had with me earlier, which is I keep on seeing, make sure that you leave time right now to grow a bigger garden is what I keep on seeing. So I keep on seeing, I don't want you to think about it so much as you breaking your routine, so much as you're expanding. Like I keep on hearing, so much as you're expanding in terms of what that routine is. So potentially I keep on seeing like leaving new opportunities of building into connection. And I see even now there may be some kind of feeling of energetic discomfort that you may receive in those modalities, but I keep on seeing, I want you to think of it more of as energetic investment as it relates to future connection. Bottom of the deck, you know, I feel I can see the fact that you're navigating something from a point of displeasure. I often see this with introverts that have to like push out of their comfort zone. It's like allowing yourself the opportunity of recognizing that it might feel uncomfortable for you, but that's how you get better at it. Animal spirit guide, the frog, right? Which is like working on feeling uncomfortable is what I keep on seeing by stepping out of your comfort zone. You're so welcome, Bridget. One moment, please. Highest good for Ella, please. Oop, you got 2 cards coming up, Ella. This is interesting too, which I feel like it's about you. I keep on seeing it's working into the context of not taking something energetically personally. I keep on seeing, I feel like I sense somebody around you right now that's going through a really deep internal process. And what's often difficult when someone's going through a deep internal process is the thing that we can sometimes give them is space. So I feel like even in the space by which you can say to another person, like, I want to be respectful of your space, but I just want to let you know that I'm thinking about you. You know, like I keep on seeing like the space by which you tell someone that you're there if you need them can sometimes be a beautiful gift. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially this card doesn't want to leave the bottom of the deck right now. Three of swords in its reversal, right? Like I want to say like the observation of you saying to another person, like, I'm honoring what it seems that you're asking for, and understand if I'm being distant, it's not because I desire to, but I'm trying to read into what it is that you're saying that you need at this moment. Animal spirit guy, owl. Didn't you just say you had a dream with an owl in it? You know what I mean? Like I see it's like that space of allowing your intuition and wisdom to guide you and being energetically patient throughout processes. Thank you as well. Nikki, 1 card, highest priority, please. The Tower card. You know, I feel like I keep on saying, don't let someone interfere in something by being unreasonable. Another person's unreason is damaging to us because it's a space by which I keep on hearing unreasonable requests do not need to be navigated. And I keep on hearing unreasonable requests are usually identified as it relates to feelings that are not warranted. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, right. I keep on hearing it's not about honoring feelings. It's about doing the work to understand and explain why one feels the way we do, is how we decide what feelings need to be worked on versus what feelings can be resolved versus what feelings need to be worked on within the self. So make sure someone's not taking a situation that they need to fix their heart on and making it your problem is what I keep on getting. Yeah, bore. It's a lot of that. It's not about, it's not about do what I say. It's about how could you, right? It's a space by which we don't say, if you cared about me, you would. It's the energy that says, if you cared about me, you wouldn't, is what I keep on seeing. Fig, one card on the situation with stepmom and their behavior. Oh dear. Absolutely. Again, I need to point this out. When we care about one another, we are energetically respective of honoring. I keep on hearing we bless our lips in relationality to energy that is surrounding circumstances or situations, which is the space by which we understand. I keep on hearing, even the space by which we articulate a sentiment, we understand that that is our personal opinion on things, is what I keep on seeing. So potentially having to have a hard conversation with someone in relationality to articulating and saying that something that they're saying is not okay. I almost see somebody who's overly protective upon someone, but that's what I keep on seeing. It's like I keep on hearing. It's like you have to teach someone the life-changing power of minding their business, which is to say, like, if something is not affecting you, like, it's giving me a little, if I'm minding my business and you're minding my business, who is minding your business? Like, it's giving me a little bit of that type of energy, which is, again, like otter. I almost feel like someone being like, you know like someone are trying to articulate the fact that they're feeling energetically harmless about something, but I feel like it's like you have to help another person understand the implications of what it seems like they're energetically saying, is what I keep on seeing. Minnie, one card on the energy surrounding the moving tomorrow. Help. Okay. Measure twice, cut once. If something is precious for you, don't let another person touch it. I keep on hearing, if something is very, very valuable to you, don't let another person touch it. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Yeah, it's like if something is very, very, it's giving me the same message over. If something is very, very important to you, don't let another person touch it. Even I keep on hearing, even the space by which I see, like even the space by which we work into the space of someone being careful, things happen, is what I keep on seeing. So we avoid we I keep on hearing, we avoid things happening by not allowing the context by which anything can happen. One card on the energy. Yep, I hope that helps, Minnie. It was, hold on one second. It was me, not my mom. Oh, interesting. I'm definitely pushing myself once a day out of the comfort zone. She sent, oh my goodness. But and I think that I feel like that's the thing you have to have a conversation with them with. It's like I keep on seeing, like, it's interesting too, because I feel like it's a conversation on treating things preciously, is what I keep on seeing, which is the space by which I keep on seeing, like, having to navigate something with the same preciousness that you yourself do. I got you, BB. One card around energy around career right now. Highest priority, please. You got two cards coming through right now. This is interesting because I feel like there's something about this right now that I almost feel like I see you trying to do something more in, like, the space of the tangible, if that's what I keep on seeing. I keep on hearing some kind of tangible energetic investment, or something that, like, I don't know if you're looking for some kind of locationality of something, but I almost feel like it feels almost like some kind of home base energy, if that makes sense. Animal spirit on bottom of the deck. Yeah, devil. You know what I mean? I feel like it's giving me a little bit of energy of, like, not getting comfortable, but, like, I keep on seeing, like, very much the same that I was talking towards with Bridget, like stepping out of your comfort zone in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, the bear. right? Like I almost see like this, I almost feel like I see you like putting some kind of force and intention in relationality to tangible presence. Hannah, one card, highest priority, please. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in its upright, which is saying to me that this is, I feel like this is you kind of, I keep on hearing you prioritize your peace through this eclipse. And I feel like if situations come up, ask yourself, is the energy prioritizing peace with the same degree that you yourself are, is what I keep on seeing. Yeah, Emperor energy. When we care about each other, we prioritize our peace as if it was our own, is what I keep on saying. Unless, I keep on thinking, unless something about our peace energetically threatens another person. I keep on hearing our peace should not be threatening to another person's peace, is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck, I mean, animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with water dragon, right? I feel like it's almost you having a conversation in the difference between whether one can do something versus whether one should do something. A good manifestation goal is one that can be mutually shared. One card for Ava on love, please. We've got here the Ace of Pentacles. So I keep on hearing prioritizing energy that prioritizes me and that prioritizes the self and wants the same things as the self is what I keep on seeing. I keep on hearing the same message coming through on love. Don't let somebody woulda, coulda, shoulda you. Don't let someone come towards you and start talking about what their aspirations or hopes were for something rather than observing what they were tangibly doing. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, you've got it's some kind of message from the divine counterpart that's I keep on hearing the same message coming through, which is the difference between someone saying, I don't deal in wishes. Is what I keep on saying. I don't deal in wishes, I deal in work, right? It's energy that doesn't want to do the hard work will start things with the word I wish. Cool beans. I'd love one card on the impact of a trip I just took. I got you, dear. Especially this feels productive. This feels like I see that there's something here in terms of building some kind of energetic, like building some kind of energetic connection or finding some kind of, finding some kind of, finding some kind of, I don't know, like shared point of mutual contact or recognizing something that you and another person have, like mutually like share a connection to. Bottom of the deck, especially with the Chariot card in its reversal. I do feel like there's something, I feel like there's something interesting there as it relates to you and another person having a different opinion on something is what I keep on seeing. Animal spirit guide, especially with the cow energy. I feel like there's something, I feel like there's something interesting there as it relates to, like, I feel like there's something there in relationality to like building, like cow can often be like patient energy or being able to be energetically patient in relationality to like getting to know another person is what I keep on seeing. Thank you for confirmation, Ella, doing that. One card BC on finding a new job. I got you, dear. Feels like the time. I keep on hearing the time is right here. Like this feels like a good timing on that. Yeah, like it feels like, I don't know like why, it feels like there's some kind of, interestingly, I feel like this eclipse is some kind of sweet spot for you in doing that energetically. Yeah, the ram, like these are all like a lot of those go for it energies. Yes, it was very grounded out on, oh, that's wild, Ella, on ceramic. If you cared for me, if you cared about me, you wouldn't. Yes, Goose. Hi there, Strega. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, thank you. Hi there, Goose. Good to see you, dear. My brother's handling it, sending you support, Bifig. Thank you. That's kind of you to say, Goose. Minnie, I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. You're so welcome. All right, friends. We've reached Stella. I'm afraid we're out of time today, but you'll be the first person I read for on Monday. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. I will be back on Monday at, oh, Oracle. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't see yours come through. Maybe it got blocked. Can you post it again? No, it's okay. I didn't see your question come through. I want to thank you guys. Just go ahead and put your question on. I'll read for you. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing these messages. I will be back on Monday at 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. Eastern. If you'd like to be notified when I've gone live, you can hit that notification and you'll be notified. Queen of Cups, make sure that you're communicating upon the emotions. Make sure that you're not harboring feelings on things. Yeah, especially as it relates to things that are bothering you. I feel like I see you kind of doing that work to articulate upon your needs. I keep on hearing it's not needy to have needs so long as those needs are consistent, especially the hind, right? I keep on hearing we honor how we feel by being able to put breath towards it. My friends, I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. Huge thank you to my followers, old and new. Thank you for being here and sharing your afternoon with me. Huge thank you to my subscribers. Your ongoing support means the absolute world to me. And the biggest thank you to my mods. Thank you for all of your help today, Kay. I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of one another. And we'll do this again on Monday. Have a great day, everyone.